Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back here on a Thursday night talking about games, sports, life, food, and being dumb. How you guys doing tonight? Oh, no. What?
This time of year is sucking.
Why is that?
So football season's about to be over, so that's always a downer, right? Even though I boycott my Cowboys, but
I'm not even interested in watching the Super Bowl at all.
No, because it's the Patriots and the Seattle. But it does remind me of like my Mavs in Miami. It gives Seattle a chance because that was the dumbest, stupidest call ever in Super Bowl history.
Well, yes, the Patriots going back, that does like annoys the hell. I mean, Seattle not so much because I mean, like I have no beef against Seattle.
I have no. Well, I'm rooting for Seattle. I'm mad because like New England is back in the Super Bowl and my Cowboys have been out for 30 years and they're able to get back. Yeah. And they took a few years sabbatical, you know, because they lost Brady, they lost Belichick, and then we're just gonna do coach, we're gonna do quarterback, and here we go, we're back. And I'm like,
yep.
So.
You motherfuckers. Yeah. See, it wasn't just, it was a whole team, baby. I gotta say, I gotta give them respect. I don't care like that. But so I give them the respect I think they've earned. Fuck it.
And because I have extra time, I get to catch up on some TV, right? Well, I mean, I caught up on Daredevil the first season because the second season's about to come out, and that was pretty good. I watched it. I watched the Netflix. I liked the Netflix one, so I was glad they brought back. So I caught up on the first. But one thing I've noticed about TV is this is an election year.
Oh, yeah.
And by God, these commercials are so obnoxious, especially in Texas.
Yes.
Because let me. I'll tell you, Sig. You thank God you're not in Texas, okay? And Tech, probably you've seen this. Because we are a heavy red state. Republicans
only galore. For the last since I've been born.
Like, yeah, I mean, basically, as long as the Cowboys have been out of the Super Bowl, probably a little bit longer. So this is an ad that you're seeing like almost every time there's ads. It's like, I voted for Trump 105% of the time. I'm Trump. I'm the Trump candidate. Trump. It's like that every commercial.
Yeah, it is.
Am I lying? Am I lying, Tech? No, it's literally
I heard
like
this morning on the radio,
dude. It is obnoxious. And of course they're attacking each other. Well, no, Trump don't like him. Trump likes me. Trump. And I'm like, oh God, this election. I got 9 more months of this shit. Yeah, it's like it's bad, dude. Dude, it's obnoxious. It's bad. And I mean, you live in a blue state, so you'll get to hear all the Dems go at each other. But
you know what happens with me and watching TV? I just don't do it.
Yeah,
I just don't do it.
I'm gonna stop doing it, dude, because it's like obnoxious.
Well, I don't watch live TV anyways, so it's like I don't.
Yeah, my wife watches the news, so that's where I get exposed to that. So
most of the time, it's the radio on the way to work. That's the only time I hear.
Yeah, they do it in like sports radio. Oh God, bad on sports radio too.
Yeah,
like, Trump. And I'm like,
it's rare I watch anything live unless it's sports or something like that, or wrestling, but that doesn't have those kind of ads. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm kind of shielded from that, but then I get it worse. And you know, I'm in that Discord. I keep telling you to join, and they're always talking politics there.
It's obnoxious.
We try to talk other things there, but it's just always a thing, you know. So there's that.
It is,
but like. I'm mostly insulated from it, but I see it online, right? And I'm motivated, not to the level of you, but like when you tell me stuff, I always know what you're talking about already. It's not like I'm uninformed. Thus, I already know what you're talking about, and I'm not as frustrated as you because I don't see it as much. But dude, when I see it, it gets to me too, bro. I mean,
I just want to go back to the days where the candidate says their name more than the president's name, and that'd be maybe a little bit better.
That would be more valid.
Yeah, I mean, it'll still be obnoxious because they're all obnoxious.
Oh yeah,
but it's like it's like
obnoxious by default.
It's like even more obnoxious because they're just like
it's a suck fest.
It is. It's like, I mean, regardless if you are a Trump fan or not, sucking yourself off to anybody like that is just it's pathetic, dude. I don't care.
Being a prostitute, basically,
dude. It is bad and it's obnoxious and like it's like. whatever.
Man. That's why I focus on games, the TV shows, movies, shit
I
like
need
that.
I need to focus more on games. I do need to focus more.
You need to focus on the shit that makes you happy about a fuck.
On the games, not on gaming Twitter. I don't need to get into
but even that with
Twitter.
gaming Twitter, even that, like everybody's like, oh, social media is bad, rah, 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 rah. It is, but it's really you focusing on the bad shit. Like I always say, when I first had got into Twitter, I followed the movers and shakers in the fields that I cared about, and I use it as a source of news, right?
Right.
I had Trillion. It popped up anytime there was a tweet from somebody I followed. And to me, it was like a news feed. I kept up to date while I'm doing other shit. If I'm on my PC, right? That's how I kept up to date on the things I cared about. If it's games, movies, whatever the hell, right? I have multiple interests and hobbies, and so there you go. It's when
Speaking of news,
hang on.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's cool. But it's when I started interacting with others that I had already known and saw stuff, and it was already natural for me to just ignore. I'm just like, this guy's a moron. Who cares what he thinks, right? I already knew if I interact and say something, he's just gonna comment back and forth. And like anytime I do that, or 9 times out of 10, I regret, right? So
block him.
I try to go back, or I mute them or block them, or I just don't get involved. I'm only there to hear what's going on. Like Astro Cyborg, right? He's been banned. Now the people who are banned on Twitter, not the people that he interacts with all the time, all the negative people who perceive him to be negative, but they're negative on their own side. Now they're doing their dance party, but we've seen when they've been banned in the past. Like it's this whole ignorant cycle, and I don't need none of that. I just need the news and the facts, right? It's like what I said last week or whatever about Crimson Thirst, and I wish Realist was here, right? Like, and it's not some
a lot of good videos coming out on that this week, by the way.
Yes, or the themselves, the producers or whatever, put up like 20-minute video that you had posted. Thanks for that, guys. Very valid. In fact, you probably should put that on. But in the background, because wow,
I saw it and immediately I posted on the chat because I think that's the game that all of us are looking forward to.
Yes,
right?
I sent that to my brother, and then
Tech, you think that's trash, or you actually that's one of your games?
He's joking.
I don't know. I could have sworn everybody, so that's why I posted.
It's on my wish list.
No, but also like the whole Play Anywhere thing, right? Like I knew it because there's certain things that happen in the background with Microsoft's servers when it comes to Xbox.com, where if the game was already made for it, even before the tag is there. And sometimes they never put the tag there, but it's Play Anywhere from day one, or at least it's dual entitlement, like that other game where you get the Blazing Chrome, which I just picked up off of Xbox, right? Because it's on sale for less than $5, but I bought it on Steam day one. Come to find out, it was dual entitlement, but not Play Anywhere. So you get the Xbox and PC version, but the saves don't cross or nothing like that, right?
What?
But I already own it on Steam, and it's like a Genesis game where, or like Contra on the Genesis. It's not like a Genesis game, or was it? It was made for the limitations of the Genesis, but it never came out on the Genesis. It's like a Contra game. It came out on Game Pass years ago. I didn't know it was dual entitlement. I bought it on Steam, right? Or a lot of games now, like I said last week with Ninja Gaiden, right? I wish I had known at the time when I first bought the game I was interested in it, I would have bought it on the Xbox platform because I get both versions. Well, here's a game where, I'm practiced in this now. I know the signs, right? Even before they say there's certain things that's ahead of time with the dual entitlements, stuff like that on the server backend. Just ask the AIs and it could tell me if that's happening or not, right? And so this game, about almost a week ago, the signs started to show themselves, right? So there was some talk about it on Twitter, but it wasn't really confirmed. Then, even before it was confirmed, a Korean site, I think, or a Korean Twitter account was talking about it, because I think this is Korean developed in the first place, right? And so like it's keeping track of it. He's hearing or he's seeing signs of the server thing, like the same thing I'm talking about, right? It's coming to Play Anywhere. So I do my research, checking with the AIs and stuff, and indeed those flags are there. Oh, great! Here's a game I already wanted. Now it's on Play Anywhere. Great. I get on PC, Xbox, cross saves, all of that. It's a single player game, but look at that, right? It's like it's like the Korean Witcher 3 without the guy being know,
A Witcher.
product of science, right? Yeah, he's just a noble adventurer type dude, I think, right? So cool, right?
Yeah,
Action
just some
RPG, look at that
magic
shit.
stuff going on, but yeah,
Yeah,
normal guy.
yeah, right. But like awesome, right? The game looks so freaking hot, right? Like cool, man. Play anywhere,
Hot.
and yeah, but
Hot.
play anywhere is just a thing. Like the more I talk, the more it's happening. A bunch of games are getting converted to play anywhere that never were. And as much as I talked about last week,
No, it's a
the
big
more
push
I'm
now. With
finding
Play
out.
Anywhere. It's
Yeah,
good.
they're really trying. Scott Pilgrim, I can tell you already, it's got the flags behind the scenes. They haven't announced it or anything, but the flags are already there behind the scenes. It may even be on Game Pass day one. I'm starting to think it might be, but either way, I'm buying that game. But if it's not, doesn't matter. If it's on Game Pass, great. If it's not, who cares? I'm buying it already because I'm a Scott Pilgrim fan. I love me some beat 'em ups. It's happening all the time, and I'm
We need to
so
start a
happy for it.
PayPal. For anybody that was wondering if something's going to be Play Anywhere, you just pop 99 cents to Sick, and he's going to look it up for you before they announce it.
And it probably will be because I looked it up, right?
Yeah.
But like, it ends up being a great thing because it's just like, in the end, there are so many games to play on whatever platform you rock, and all this debate about politics and shit like that. And there's real things to worry about. I get it. Trust me. We have these Epstein files, all the wild stuff that's going on in there. Oh my God. Well, I don't want to get into that, but oh my God, right? Like there's so many things to feel all types of fucked up about. But when it comes to gaming, still forget the hype, the press, what they're saying about old financials and blah blah blah. There are countless games coming out, new homebrew like the Sonic Mega Mix Mania. If you're a 2D Sonic fan, that's coming out tomorrow. So hyped for that, right? There are just indie games everywhere out the ass. The AAAs are out there. There's stuff to play.
I can tell you, there was some news that dropped today. I'm actually kind of excited for.
What's that?
Anthony Davis getting traded?
No. That was yesterday.
You wasn't excited
Baldur's
about that
Gate. Baldur's Gate's having a TV adaptation on HBO. I'm actually, which by the way, I can't watch it because I haven't played the game yet. I have the game. I actually have.
Therefore, you can't watch it.
Game.
So therefore,
no, it's because it's a continuation of the characters. I think after the game. So.
Oh, literally. Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
It says story will continue. It says story will continue the story of Baldur's Gate 3 and those characters.
So Baldur's Gate is an RPG. Role-playing
game.
It's very Dungeons and Dragons.
Game of the year 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And in fact, the game actually showed you the dice rolls, all the Dungeons and Dragons elements that's behind the scenes. Like it was in the game.
I only ask because you know me, I avoid Souls like shit. I hate those games.
It's not a Souls like.
No, it's not a Souls game. It's Dungeons and Dragons, dude.
Yeah.
So
it's in the Dungeons and Dragons world.
Yeah. Literally. So and I generally like HBOs because they did The Last of Us, but obviously, and then of course House of Dragon, stuff like that. So I'm expecting a really good quality show with Baldur's Gate 3. Now, Larian will not have, according to your man Tech Jeff, Larian will not have any involvement in it. So, which doesn't surprise me because Hasbro actually owns the IP. So
yeah,
Larian and that contract with Larian, I think, is over. So
yeah, I think so
because I think Baldur's Gate 4 is being worked on by somebody else. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I saw the announcement on the new Horizons live service game that PlayStation is releasing.
Hunter Gatherers.
Am I wrong to say, is this like a Monster Hunter type
That's
game?
What it looks like to me.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, man. Like Monster Hunter,
the art style is different. The art style is different than
the very Fortnite-ish.
Yeah, which I'm sure that was by design. Gotta you know.
It sounds like to me they're checking all the check boxes of what's popular and trying to toss it in, right?
But again, they're a few years behind. That's been out.
Yeah, right. But Sony is desperate.
They're starting. It's going to come out both PS and PC.
Yeah.
PC and
so probably 6 months to a year. They'll probably do the same thing with Helldivers and bring it on Xbox. I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's if the PC that's if PC is able to hold it down for it to live long enough. Unlike with Concord, right? Like, if PC can't hold it down, if they don't embrace it, that game is done before it gets to Xbox.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them. I'm
rooting for them. Yeah, you don't.
We'll see how it goes.
No,
Horizon's one of their staple IPs that they kind of rotate. So we'll
Look
see
at that scene right there with the flying and you're jumping. That reminds me of Titanfall 2. Remember when they were jumping between ship
Is
to
that the
ship?
Crimson Desert?
Yeah, in Crimson Desert. Yeah, that's baller, man. That's baller. I don't know what's on the screen because I see your OBS screen. I don't know if that's what you see on.
Oh, is that what you're seeing?
No. I got it on YouTube.
Okay, so you don't see the OBS on
So you
YouTube.
say,
Right?
No.
I see OBS.
I see OBS here in our Discord. That's what I see.
Sure do.
No. Yeah, I'm just.
I don't know if
watching on
that's-
YouTube.
I did the wrong screen.
Okay, so
You
YouTube has been the
know
wrong
what's
screen all the
funny?
time?
Like this game reminds me
Oh, there you go.
of this game reminds me of Kingdom Come with Skyrim, and I'm like, that's not
This?
necessarily a bad thing to have. Yeah,
This reminds me
Yeah.
of Witcher meets Devil May Cry a little bit.
yeah, I could see that.
That's what I
definitely
see.
see Witcher. I could
Yeah.
definitely see Witcher.
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
Although
But-
the trailer reminds me of Oblivion with the tower because that was.
Oh yeah,
like, that was-
Oblivion. It's got
Yeah,
Skyrim and Oblivion.
I mean, but this is
all of that.
Yeah, so
Swords and sorcery. They love that
yeah.
out there in Korea.
So it looks good. Okay, I
Yes.
mean, combat seems pretty cool. So
And it already went gold. So like all they're doing is the other stuff. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the game is technically done. It went gold. So the version 1 that out is completed already.
yeah, they're
Well, then
Fixing
release
bugs.
it then.
okay.
No, they're doing all the surrounding shit, right? All the surrounding shit, getting the
Well,
server.
release it
They're
already then.
last minute QA.
Yeah, all the
doing
QA stuff in case there's some
Yeah.
crazy bug or whatever. But like
Yeah,
Then it's not
It's
ready.
content
Then it's
complete.
not ready.
March 19th. So when it comes out March 19th, it better be largely bug free because they've had time. They've had time.
and since our seer has confirmed that it's Play Anywhere,
And they've already announced.
I'll
I'll buy it.
it's official.
I'll buy it on. I'll buy it on the Xbox store.
I'll see.
Yeah.
it.
We'll see what
The
happens. On
all-seeing
see
AI.
if I can play it on my Rogue.
Wait, it's not on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the little. It's gonna say it. It's gonna have a little exclamation mark.
I don't
saying,
care. I got my
Some-
readers.
Some
good.
text will be very, very tiny.
I don't care. I got my readers.
Yeah, you got your readers.
He's got a
I got my-
magnifying glass over.
I got my CVS. I got my CVS $15 specials. Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah,
20
earlier
now.
this week I bought a space. Actually, I didn't buy Space Marine.
I got to
this
buy
week.
Space
I was
Marine
gifted-
because
I was gifted it. I was gifted it on Xbox.
Six putting the pressure on me. So,
So I
Which one?
uninstalled the
Number
PC
two?
version. Yeah,
No,
two.
no,
the
they're-
Space Marine.
Right.
They're both. They got, the
It's
number one's on Game Pass.
Yeah,
no.
part
Yeah,
two.
two. He's talking about two.
Oh,
He
okay.
wants me.
I'm talking
He wants to
about
play co. He wants to play co-op with me, and I still have Marvel, and I still on.
Yeah.
Final
So once
Fantasy
he's done
12.
with that, the next one we'll play.
and we got to do
together.
Helldivers too. I need
Gotta
to
do
get
some Helldivers.
Oh,
They were
yeah,
supposed to
the
do that
new- the
Sunday,
new
but I
stuff.
didn't call you.
I think they have a tank now. From what my
And
son was
Helldivers.
telling me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have a
they're
tank
about,
now.
dude. They're about to. They're. I'm telling you.
They just dropped the War Bond, I think, too.
Yeah, the story. They're about to do some crazy stuff this year. In
So my son
Helldivers.
was
Yeah,
like,
plot wise.
my son was like, "You're gonna play Helldivers? They put a tank in it." I'm not gonna play tonight. So come on, you want to play? Because he wants me. He wants
got a
because I don't
tank.
let him
Your
play
son?
video games during the week.
Yeah.
Could
So
have
he
used
could
that
follow.
tank on that big ass thing blowing.
Oh, look
acid
at all
at
the
us.
classes, man. Oh, she got the fast female with the magic and the one sword. Oh, and a gun? What? Yo,
It's a
every
musket.
time I see
It's a
A
musket.
okay, it's a musket. Yeah, I see her patting in, her powder and whatnot.
That
I'm
little
just
New
saying,
World.
Yeah,
little,
talk-
like,
talk
little,
dirty like that, patting her powder.
The game is so packing the powder in the
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm just saying. The more I see this game, the more I'm like, yeah,
That's all. But this is all one player, right? There's no multiplayer.
It's single
on there.
player. Yeah, it's no
that's what
multiplayer
I'm
as far
saying.
as I know.
Yeah, no co-op. Okay.
no co-op. But see, that's the
Yeah.
great thing about. I could tell this game is gonna give you lots of playability. Like you'll be able to play this for an hour. You could spend 100 hours in this game.
I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna say this is gonna be
Game of the year fodder.
contenders.
This game, yeah, I was just about to say that.
This is probably gonna be the first
Contender.
contender.
Like last year when Bing was saying every other game was game of the year, and he kind of wasn't
Well,
he took that a bit absurd, but
Yeah.
a good half of the ones he
Well,
said were pretty
Kingdom
worthy.
last year was a game of the year contender, right?
Kingdom Come Deliverance too.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a game of the year contender, right?
Yeah, it was.
And I want to play. And by the way, I want to play both of those games too. Like I've heard the stories on those are really good, and
Yes.
I've actually seen some streams on that, and it looks pretty good.
There's a running gag in the Discord about that. So yeah,
Yeah,
this one guy's capping about it all the damn time. Like, I see, look at that melee combat. I mean, bro, and see, this is another. Okay,
Bro.
so I always talk about Play Anywhere and how yeah, I could play it on my PC, and that's what I want to do, and blah blah blah. But also, look, you could be at home, you play on your Xbox or your PC, but when you're on the go, you got your handheld on the shitter, right? Like, and because a game like this is going to take up a lot of hours before
it's all right.
You played it to
All
death.
my other games are doing that too.
Right. This will, you could play it everywhere you go.
When does this come out? March. Helps. This come out March
13th or 19th.
So 19th. I'm actually. I'll tell you why I'm actually looking forward to this, because one of the things I'm looking forward to the Rogue, even though I like playing games outside more. So this will be a game that I will be playing in the back patio or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like
when it's warmer. Although we're getting warm weather right now, so I can't complain. So
for now. Well,
yeah, man, I was laughing when Orlando was down in the 20s, and we were finally in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, now we might hit 80 tomorrow.
We might even get a little bit of snow even tomorrow.
We might hit 80. Yeah, y'all are getting crushed. North Carolina, my second home, they getting crushed. Yeah, that's all right. We had our share too, so you can't say we didn't.
I want more though.
Orlando was down in the 20s. That's surprising,
dude. I drove by.
You want more global warming, huh?
I went to gas up my car this morning at Sam's Club, and as I was leaving, there's still a big pile of ice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Same like
I still got in the corner of my house. I still got a pile of ice there. It'll probably be gone by then. Yeah, but all this everywhere else, and then there's still some on some of the roofs on there if they're creviced where it's shade all the time, like on the northern side. Yeah, but a lot of that is.
Yeah, well, this past weekend I was in the city because it was my girl's birthday and stuff. And
he told us last weekend, like see y'all. I'm not there.
Yeah. So just like out here in Jersey, man, there are just piles of snow everywhere. It's brick AF, right? So it's not melting anywhere, but it's getting dirtier and dirtier. Okay. The snow pile's getting dirtier and dirtier. And like this past week has been very sunny. It'll get up to a nice,
like turning black.
Dirty. Yes.
Because it doesn't melt as fast.
It's not melting, period.
Yeah.
Okay. Lately, this past week, it's been bright and sunny in a brisk 33, 32, like just barely. Right. So it doesn't get some melt.
Love it.
Right. But it's been nice
unless
and
sunny. Unless it's got direct sun on it, it's not going to do anything.
They're not melting at all. So maybe they'll melt a little bit just to freeze over moments later.
Michigan's like that too. You could have snow be there 4 weeks later, man.
And be dirty AF.
It'll be dirty as hell.
Right, it's New York City. You already know, so it's already a brand name.
So I can imagine what it is in the city. Yeah,
so. And this is what I'm saying. And like the cold ain't stopping anytime soon. Let me grab my phone and see what they're saying for the next 5 days here.
I need to find out what the weather's going to be like in Georgia.
It's Saturday. It's going to be a high of 23, a low of 4. Sunday, a high of 20, a low of 5. Okay, like we're getting then. Tuesday it's gonna rain, a high of 35. It's gonna snow and rain mix, low of 25. Into Wednesday, snow and rain mix, high of 38, low of 25. We're gonna get iced up.
I was watching the news earlier this evening, and I saw that because the jet stream moved north. That's why we're not impacted, and why you are. Yeah, no more. And it dipped down to like Florida, but it's actually moving it's moved further north. So, but. Even South Dakota was like 56 today. It's like, wow, that's pretty warm for them. So but last week we had a low. I think we had a low of like 15, and we actually matched Anchorage, Alaska that morning.
Nice.
So
take that, Alaska.
And you know what's amazing? So my son missed 4 days of school, and I asked him, I said, y'all gonna make up in it? No, we're all. But if we get one more cold snap, we might. And I'm like.
Then they're gonna have to make up the days.
What they did with ours, since they missed 3 days, like if they have a full, let's just say they have a full normal week.
Yeah.
On Fridays they let out early, like at 1:30, right? But because they missed school 3 days, it's gonna be full days for the next few weeks now.
That's yeah.
To make up for
it. They said they're not making up, and then he's got like a 4-day weekend, like not this weekend, but next weekend. And it's like, boy, you get more days off than I ever have.
And you know what this is
like? My kids have more PTO than I do.
Yeah, and then it's like,
and you know what the schools in New York are doing? Nothing, because they don't give a fuck. You ass got to go to school. Trust me, New York City, they don't want to give a fuck. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania, they got a fuck day of a fuck ton of PTO days. Not PTO. What do you call it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to teach,
shit.
so I know what they do. Like, but this district, they'll stack. So they'll stack a work day, and then they'll stack a workshop day or something like that. And it's like he at least gets he at least gets 1 3-day weekend a month.
Yeah.
And half the
Same here.
time they're 4-day weekends. And it's like, dude, I went to school combined almost 20 years. I don't remember getting at any school.
We probably did.
From
We
college.
just don't realize
No,
it,
dude. When we were in school, like for example, they get a full week fall break. I remember
Oh, yeah,
when
I didn't
during
have a fall break.
Thanksgiving,
I
when
did.
we had Thanksgiving, it was Thursday and Friday off. That was it.
Yeah.
And
Fall break was new to me when my kids started going to school.
Thursday or Friday. Yeah.
that
It
we
was
didn't have
Thursday,
that.
Friday. Yeah.
I was like, you just got into school. How you
I don't
guys
remember getting MLK Day off.
Yeah, it didn't either. Yeah, because
And-
it wasn't a
and-
national holiday yet. That's why.
No, and Texas, they were a little bit. It was like, you know,
And of course, they're going to be late to do that.
Texas,
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah.
So
They're not
it's
doing
like,
MLK.
yeah,
Texas
I mean,
doing Texas things.
yeah,
Yep.
you know, they got a little bit different opinion down here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
But no, I mean, and then like this is the second year in a row he's gonna have 10 straight days off, counting weekends for spring break, because they're gonna still pad that work day and that workshop day on the ends of spring break. So it's gonna be like 10 full
Wow.
days.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I mean, this kid, and then my son, he's like, I don't know, Dad. I need some time off. I've been working a lot. And I'm like, whatever, dude. Yeah. It's like,
Listen, man, he's not
It's
used
like
to
you
it,
think,
bro.
You think this
He's
is
not
tough
used
now?
to it, bro. Yeah, he doesn't know yet. He'll find out.
So because he's in 4th grade, I noticed his grades are slipping because he's learning more complex stuff, and I think they're kind of preparing him for middle school. So like in the early elementary grades, man, everybody gets A's and B's. It's like, you know,
Well,
but
my son, when he
starting-
went to 6th grade, he had a hard time.
yeah, and I'm starting to notice, like in 4th grade, like his grades are slipping. They're not bad, but I got a progress report, and I talked to him. I said, look, I want 80 or above, and he doesn't get homework yet. And I'm like, okay, 80 or above. I'm okay with you making below 80 if you were like got a subject that you just can't. Everybody has one of those subjects like you can work your ass off, and if 75 is the best you can get, 75 is the best you can get. I said, but you're gonna have to show me. Like you're gonna have to like not play video games and like you're showing me you're working hard. So you're gonna have to show me that. I was like,
gotta
80
work,
and above.
bitch.
Yeah, and so he gets a progress report at 77. I took his tablet away from him. That was like the first time. Like, and he's like, he's like, what? And I was like, you need to go talk to your brother. And I was like, because now you're about to be 10. You're reaching in that preteen phase, which I am not looking forward to at all, because I've already done this once before. It sucks. Tech's going through it now.
Oh yeah,
it sucks. And the first time I did it, I went through my 30s. I literally, when he turns 13, 4 days later I turned 50. Literally, that's how close our birthdays are.
Man.
So I got to deal with this shit in my 50s. And my mom was like, "Well, you know, it's not much." Mom, don't no. And I was like, "Mom, when I was 18, you were 36 years old. Like you were going through like 20s and 30s. There is a big difference on dealing with this in your 30s, doing it in your 50s. When he's 18, I'll be 55 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it, Tech. Not looking forward to it at all.
That's me right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
So anyways, so yeah, he finally he did get his grades up above 80. Got his tablet back today, but he's getting a little taste of the future.
Yeah.
You know, and his brother's like, dude, he grounded me for 9 months for video games one time. 9 months, yeah, man, yeah, he ain't messing around. You better make the grades, man. He'll ground you, which is fine. I want him to do that, right? Like you better go talk to your brother.
Yeah, that's why you told him to go talk to his brother.
Yeah, go talk to your brother, dude, and tell him and he'll tell you what's going to happen, because I am not. And by the way, I didn't have him since day one. I've had this guy since day one, so I'm probably going to be even a little bit harder on him, because he should know better. Like my oldest son I got when he was 9. He's 9 now, but I've had 9 years, so it's a little bit different. So, But yeah, and it's funny because his older brother's like, "Well, you remember you had me do that." Like he's ratting on him, you know. You got to get tough on him, like you got tough on me. Like he's like, you better
Right, he
not
wants
get
he
tough
wants
on
to
him.
be equal.
Oh,
My older one would get mad, like, "You're not getting after him. Well, why don't you get after him?" I was like, "Dude, he's still learning the ways. Okay."
No. Listen. I'm gonna have to co-sign the Suns because I guarantee you they remember. No, I guarantee you they remember literally how old they were when it happened, what they did to violate. No matter what they say out their mouths, they know the truth. So
And that's how you know you did it right. By the way, if they can remember those details, that's how you know you did it right.
No,
so.
he
when they
complains.
come to you and they
he's like,
no, hold on,
you're not telling him
hold
to
on.
do his homework. It's like, dude, he's in fifth grade. He doesn't have homework yet.
When he was in fifth grade, you did that. He remembers exactly.
So you know what he did to me last summer, right? My oldest came to me. He goes, Nico. He goes, if you remember, you had me start mowing the yard at 9 years old.
Yeah, he remembers.
And he remembers that. And I said, I got a push lawnmower because I have my zero turn, and he's not riding that. And I go, I went and got, like, you know, my mom was getting rid of their battery control push lawnmower, and I said, let me have that. And I actually literally made him go out like August where it's hot, like his 4 or 5 p.m. Yeah. He's sweating. I took a picture of him mowing, like I took a picture of my youngest when he was mowing, or my oldest when he was mowing.
Yeah.
And I sent that picture to my oldest son just to get him off my butt. Like, okay, see, he's mowing. So
hey, Tech, to make the point, Tech, I guarantee you,
and
it was Tuesday, but to him it was a scar on him. He remembers. He wants it to be fair.
Well, then it's worse than it actually was. But there's always like, but the tale's always worse than it actually is. Man, he grounded me for 3 years. Not exactly, dude.
Not
Come
exactly
on now.
3, but still.
No,
I remember. So if you're not being fair, he'll tell you.
I do make the older one to help me mow the lawn, and sometimes I'll just do the front. I'm like, hey, come outside, help me mow the lawn. He's like, oh. I was like, dude, we're only doing the front. I don't care about the back right now. Okay. It's a battery operated mower, so it's like you don't have to struggle with the cord.
No,
you just push
there's no gas. In fact, my oldest said that to my youngest. He goes, "Dude, you don't even have to pour gas in this thing." He made me pour the gas in this thing, which I did at 9 years old. I'm like, you got to pour this gas in, dude. He had an electric one. Well, but actually, he's not because the grass out here is pretty thick in the spring, and that battery lawn that I may have to pony up and get a gas one because that battery one doesn't do shit.
Okay, well then I guarantee your older son is happy for it.
It gets stuck. It gets stuck, Tech, and it shuts down, and you have to like push the button to start it back up again.
No,
and get all the.
It happens to me if I let it grow too high. And because it's with the high grass.
But it's spring in Texas, and I live out in the country, so it's like, prairie grass.
That's exactly what happened to him. That's what he wants. Not even worse, not less.
What's funny?
No, I'm happy that he wants that. I'm happy because it worked out for him, right?
My younger one likes to help. Like he'll come out and help. It's like, I'll blow all the grass with the he likes the not the snow blower, but the leaf
They
blower.
all want to help when they're younger, but when they hit teenagers, then they don't,
The snow blower, the leaf blower, he loves
the leaf blower, yeah. My son likes that too.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Come on, that's fun to you. Don't front. It's because
it's supposed to be like 70 something this weekend, and I got to sculpt the yard for I got to put weed and grass killer on it before it starts coming in because it kill off all the winter stuff. So I gotta clean up. I got to take the net out of the pool because I put a net in there to catch all the leaves. So I got to take that off because all the leaves are down. So my son's gonna be out there raking a lot on Saturday. So he's gonna get busy. So plus he's starting to do chores now inside chores. So
does he get an allowance?
No, not yet.
Oh wow! Because here's the thing, though.
Trust me, he don't. No, trust me. He get all kind. He got more toys than I ever had. Like
that's fine. That's fine. But see, this is where you cut that out, and it becomes listen. You do chores, you get money. But here's I remember I didn't get money, and I knew it worked. Like I was Haitian parents. See, this is the details that I remember from my life, right?
Yeah.
Like I was responsible for washing dishes, and on Friday, gotta mop the hallway, gotta wash the bathroom tub, everything in the bathroom, right? And I did dishes, so I would alternate dishes with my sister, right? And she would have to vacuum beds, stuff like that, right? Those were our responsibilities. But I didn't get an allowance. I didn't get, 15, $20 a week.
He will when he gets older.
Nothing.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he will
But
when he gets older, but not right now.
And that's the transition, right?
Yeah,
the transition is from he gets stuff just because to now he has to earn it, right? And it's that's where he learns responsibility, shit like that.
That's my
son.
I tell him,
so what I did,
you bring me passing grades, you'll get a new computer.
But he also has to do chores though. But he should also be doing chores, and then on top of that, if he doesn't do the chores, he's not getting the money, right? And then he's definitely not going to get.
He's also like he started this year, actually late last year. He started making his own breakfast. So like I'm like so he makes like his own little breakfast sandwich, and he does that every morning. So that he's doing that. Yeah, I mean it's
a slow progress,
Well, what I usually do with the allowance is usually around 11 or 12 because that's when I get him like a wallet. God, my oldest was. I don't know if it's a generation thing or what, but like my oldest, like he just started maybe this past year of using a wallet. Like I couldn't, dude. So I have a rule in my house, right? First of all, there's no such thing as privacy in my house. I have the right to go. It's my room. It's not his room. I can go through anytime I want to, especially if I suspect anything. He wants, like I told my oldest son right now, I'm like, enjoy what you have because this is the only time in your life you're gonna have true privacy because you didn't have true privacy with me. You're not going to have true privacy once you hunker down with a woman.
Yeah.
And you'll have even less privacy when you have children. So this is the only time in your life you're going to have like true privacy. Yeah. But I have a rule in my house. Like when I teach my kids, my boys especially, that you need to value money and you need to take care of it. You don't leave money out. So I would literally like if my son would not use his wallet when I got it to him and gave him one for like it's just a small leather wallet when he was like 11 or 12. Wouldn't use it. Even when he was 16, he got his license, or 17 when he got his license, he would leave it loose in his pocket. About 2 Christmases ago, I got him one of those fold up pop-up wallets that I use because I don't like the big bulky ones. I like those new
the card ones.
Yeah. Got him one of those, won't use it. I'm like, well, damn, give it back because that thing was not cheap.
Right.
So he finally got himself a wallet and he started using it, which I was amazed. But when he grew up,
because he has use for money now. That's what it is.
No, but the rule is if you leave money and I see it anywhere, if it's not in your room, I'm taking it. I'm not giving it back. That boy has literally paid for steak dinners for his mama and me because
wow.
Like if he leaves a 20, I'm taking it. He's not getting. Oh yeah, dude.
No, listen. It's not.
I will take it.
Shock isn't that you took the money. It's the fact that he left that much out.
Dude,
what age was this?
No, it was like 15, all through his teenage years. Well, of course, the larger bills was when he started working and actually getting paid. So you're talking about 15, 16, 17.
Even $1. If I lost $1,
my son was stubborn. My son was stubborn. Yeah,
because he was like I told you, no allowance. I would do chores and no allowance until I was in high school.
Well, right, but he would like. So I'm starting that with my son. Like, if you leave money outside your room, I'm gonna take it, and you're not getting it back. So you can cry, you can moan. I'm just going to say go to your room because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but
nobody cares.
You got to like not just give him free shit because he has no purpose for money when he's getting free stuff.
So I'm starting that transition, but it's a slow transition. Yeah. But that's my rule. Like I'm not kidding. My wife and I have had steak dinners because my teenagers see, I have two philosophies or I tell my sons. I told my oldest one, I'm telling my youngest one now. I would rather you find 1,000 different ways of getting in trouble than doing the same thing 1,000 times and getting in trouble. And my oldest son was the latter. Like
that's no point anyway.
He would get in trouble for something and once the punishment was over, would go right back to doing the exact same thing. And I'm just like, and I didn't grow up like that. Like I was like, okay, that sucked. I'm not going to do that again. Or if my sister did something, okay, she got her ass kicked or chewed out. I'm not doing that. I learned. So I was one that would use their imagination on getting in trouble. I'll find different ways of getting in trouble. My oldest son is not like me at all. Like he would do the same thing. Like even his mama would be like, she'd be scratching her head like, I don't get it. And I'm like, well, now I have to double up because you're doing the same crime. I can't give you the same punishment that you just got through because it didn't work. So now I gotta double down. Yeah, I'm trying to teach them. I'm like, look, if you get caught, if you get caught fraud the first time, you get a lighter sentence than the second time. Like they're gonna put you away eventually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
And so he's but he just literally like within the past year started using a wallet, which amazed the hell out of me. But I still want that card popper back. So he never used.
And that's why your wife is like, is he stupid? Like that's what she's thinking.
Dude, they're great.
I have a card
Yes.
popper
But they wear out over time
with a
though.
little sleeve
They do
on the
wear out.
outside. So I keep my two most used cards.
Because I
on the
don't like
outside.
carrying cash unless I'm traveling. If I'm like on business or something, maybe I'll carry cash. But I generally hate carrying cash. Because usually when I carry cash, someone's just asking, "Hey man, you got $20? You got any money?" I'm like, I don't have anything, dude. Right?
Yeah, bro. Here's the funny thing about that. I used to be the type of dude who used to hate when you folks didn't have cash for the simple things.
I used to carry like $100 at least,
right?
in my pocket.
Because people used to always was dependent on their cards for everything, and I used to hate that.
Yeah.
And then you know what's worse about that? When I became that guy and I recognized it instantly.
Yeah.
Because I'm so dependent on because everything is, you could use your phones or whatever. And I like that part, especially in the pandemic. Right during the pandemic, that's when I really started using that a lot. But I hate that about me.
It gets on my nerves when people use their phones as payment.
I don't do that.
Because
I'm
it
old
takes
school
them
on that.
longer to figure out where they need to go to pay for it.
Like I generally don't use PayPal for anything. Like I barely even use my PayPal account. Like I'll do it if I will do it if someone's doing a service for me and that's how they do it. I'll pay them through that. But I know people like you, Tech, that will, like you're saying, they'll have like a Chime account or a PayPal account where they are literally everything's in their phone, or if they got an Apple phone, they're doing that. And I'm like, and I'll be waiting behind one of these guys, and it's literally like 10 minutes of them like doing finger Olympics on their phone to get that thing done.
What irks me most,
me personally,
is that
I've learned the shortcut. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to learn the shortcut.
Yeah, but we're talking about some of these older middle-aged people don't know shortcuts, right?
Right. No, I get it.
I go to Sam's Club.
Right.
It's the cheapest gas. And if I got to wait for somebody, it's always some idiot that wants to use the app to sign in with their membership card. And I'm like, just take out your fucking card. It's quicker.
Yep.
Just
the card has the thing in it. It's
quicker.
the same shit. Yeah. And that's where the pop-out wallet comes, right? Into play.
It's like, dude, I have my card in my hand already to go. Get out of the way.
Yep. Well, see, I'm not a fan. See, I'm not a fan of. Now I'm showing my age. I'm not a fan of the self checkouts either, because one, they take away jobs, and two, people that use them are not faster than the old traditional way. They're just not.
Really
Like
not. When
I went to Albertsons a couple days, I was getting like 2 or 3 things before the ice storm, and every line was filled up because in Texas they thought it was going to be a 2-month blizzard, and so I go, well, I'll take my chances with the self-checkout line, right? Man, you got people in there with a full cart, like 200 items in that dang thing. And I'm like, just go to the regular line, man, because they're faster. Like these, people are not fast or efficient at all.
But on top of that, though, like, there's always that one schlub they have there, right? Who's responsible to watch all the machines and approve stuff.
And she's got like 1 to 25 machines, and it's like you buy cough syrup and it flags, and it's like, I need to card you, and I'm like, dude, I'm merely 50. Like, there's not many teenagers with gray in their beard. I'm just saying. I mean, I appreciate you carding me because I think it's, maybe I'm still young enough. You think, but I'm like my wife hates it. She's like, "Why are they carding me?" I'm like, I figured you would enjoy it.
It's insulting, Yeah,
right.
But I never got carded when I was younger. The fact that it's happening now is ironic. I feel like it's ironic even.
They're just covering
now.
They had fake IDs back on.
Now you want to fucking card me? They used to never card me for anything. It was in my 30s I finally started having people card me when I have like grays and shit, like shades of gray in my beard. Like the fuck? Now you want to card me? What the fuck were you before?
Actually,
Before
I get the smart asses. They're like,
old.
you don't look 46. I'm like, oh, thank you.
You
Bro,
look like
Appreciate it.
dude,
Yeah.
do
You
I
look
look
like
less than
53, asshole? No, I'm kidding.
Yep. Do I look less than 21? Do I, motherfucker? Really?
No.
I'm like, oh my god. Do I go to a bar and carding me?
I wouldn't want to look less than 21, to be
look,
honest with you.
bro?
Like,
I don't want to be.
Yeah.
the only thing good about being back at 21 is I get my hair on top of my head again. That's about it. Because I don't, I couldn't grow a beard back then. Like I couldn't grow a full beard until I hit college.
My
Wow.
son.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were talking about my beard, and at one point I had it really big, like very long beard, and I don't know how we talked about it, but my older son goes, "Say, mommy said that when you don't have a beard, you're ugly."
Wow.
My mom's told me that.
When you're completely shaven, you're ugly. And I was like,
Yes.
He's like, she's right. It's like, I don't look good when I'm completely shaven.
So my wife has never seen me without a beard.
Yeah.
Never. Not once. And
Really?
I used to do the goatee before I did the beard. The main reason why I got the beard, and I've kept it on since, was I went to a bachelor party for my buddy in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I ain't shaving shit. I am going to Vegas and I'm going to enjoy it. So, and ever since then, I've kept the beard. And my wife has, even when we were dating, I had the beard. And we've been together for 14 years. But before that, I remember when my sister had her second kid, I one time just decided to shave everything off. And even my own mother says, "You're a little pudgy. Roll that thing back." Like, I mean, and she's right. She ain't wrong, because I wasn't liking what I was seeing either. So I mean, she's not
like
wrong.
The way I look like without the beard.
No,
Yeah, but she called you pudgy because the beard wasn't there. She could tell now finally.
But my mom is. I mean, my mom's a single parent, former military. She gonna tell me what it is either way. So
no. Listen, my older sister. Well, actually,
yeah,
both
she's
my
direct.
like that.
Yeah,
that's the thing about it. Like, she's gonna tell me no matter what. What I'm saying.
But I was surprised she said that. But she wasn't wrong, because I was thinking that before. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I shouldn't have shaved it all. I look weird without it.
Yeah, because if you gained a couple of pounds, right, and you shave, you're gonna see it in your face. You're definitely gonna see it.
I don't look good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, "Mommy,
no, I don't.
When you don't have a beard." I was like, "No, she's right." And it's like, I don't look right when I don't have a beard. That's why I keep it all the time now.
I've trimmed mine down really down. I've trimmed it really low a couple times, and I get a little like, oof, yeah, still don't look good without it. So it's like, yeah. Because every once in a while, I because I'll do my own hair. The good thing about being bald is I never pay for haircuts anymore, which is good, because my lowest son, the haircuts are expensive now.
Oh yeah,
and
I just got my son's. It was $32 just for him. That's before.
Yes,
before
and
tip.
I do my son. Yeah, and I'll take my son to, and he's not even going to like a super duper like haircut place. He's just going to like cheap cuts or something, and it's like $30.
So,
I'm like, 30.
Yo, we tangent the fuck out. It's almost been an hour, and I ain't mad at it.
Well, no, this
he said this podcast is about everything. So it is what it is. No doubt. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like even change the subject, but I'm noticing like, wow, we went on nearly 50 minutes with this. Yeah, we do it.
Like I just buzz the sides and the back. I let the top grow.
No, I use my beard trimmer on my head, and I just, because I don't razor it. I don't want to do that.
The clippers on you.
I just run it with the beard trimmer without the guard, and then I use like
one of those 360 mirrors, right? That way I can buzz my head with the clippers behind, on the sides and the back. It's so much better. I had such a hard time without it.
I need to look into that, because I use a regular mirror and then turn around and use the back mirror to see that.
With the head shaver thing with the with the 3 blades, kind of like the one they use for your face, but for your head, for bald heads. That's what you should have, dude. I can't believe you don't already have one.
I will tell anybody, if do not, like, the one I have is the one where you don't have to put the oil in it and all that. Like, it is like you don't have to do any of that. It's just straight up just. I made the mistake of getting the one where you have to like oil it every once in a while, and I'm like, that is such a pain. I'm not doing that anymore. So yeah, it's I use it for my beard. I use it for my head, and I've used the same one for like 6-7 years. Like, it works like a champ. Just empty it out every once in a while. But
I haven't gone
yeah.
to a barber in a long time, just because I buzz I do like
No,
like a
there's
skin
no
fade,
point.
like a skin fade around the sides and the
Yeah.
back. Now, is it a good fade?
I do the
no, not a good fade.
who's the
Well,
the English actor, he just had a movie out, Shelter, the one that fights
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. That's the like
Yeah.
I don't use a razor in mine because I don't want. I've done it before once, and I'm like, that feels like it feels like leather. I'm not doing that again. It feels weird. Plus, I hate shaving my face, which is why I have the beard. So why would I want to shave my head, which is even
because after
more?
we're all it gets itchy and all of that, and like,
Well,
no, thank you.
And then I have dry skin as well, so
You ain't the only one, bro. But like,
hey man, and white people get a little ashy too. Is all I'm saying, man. Because I was like, anytime I'll cut my hair,
very true. It's very true.
Yeah,
black folks don't know when they crack them jokes, bro. White folks go through it too.
We really do too, because every time I cut my hair and I immediately go into a shower, dude. It's like, wow, this thing is like, it's flaky as hell. it's like bad.
Oh wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got the announcement.
But
QuakeCon's
anyways,
coming up.
I'm yeah, and I'm upset at you, Tech. And I'm
Why?
upset at you, by the way.
Why?
You set up Tech
you
or
broke
me?
the news to me. No, Tech.
Dude, I
because
was
he
all
broke
for
the news to
DreamHack.
me that
I was all for DreamHack until I saw that
DreamHack's not coming to Dallas.
The 1 year that we like, yeah, let's go. We're like, nope, it's in Atlanta.
No, you know what's weird? They've been working on the K. Bailey Hutchinson Center for like over a year now, and they did it last year. So I guess
And like, I thought you were mad at me, but I was like, I told you yesterday.
No,
I was like,
I'm not even mad. I just like to pick with Tech a little bit.
No, not you, Tech. No, Tech.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I didn't say yes or no. I really do not know if I can. I can't even say no. But
I saw that.
I gave you 8 months.
I gotta go to New Orleans in May.
8 months.
I gotta go to a wedding.
Notice. 8 months.
Right, I hear you.
I'm only go. If I go, I'm going there as a day visitor. I'm not going there all weekend though. So because I'm unemployed anyway.
At least you live in the state already. At least you live in the state already. Okay, so you've got that.
No, that's true. That's true. Good
for you.
Yeah.
You
and I will say this. That the Gaylord is a little bit nicer place than the K. Bailey Hutchinson Center. So that's. I don't know, Tech, if you ever been to K. Bailey Hutchinson.
I have.
K. Bailey Hutchinson Center, but yeah, okay. Yeah, Gaylord's a little bit nicer. Yeah. Location's a little bit nicer. Traffic's probably a little bit easier.
It's easy to get there. It's only like 10 minutes away from my house.
Wow.
Yeah, you're in the mid cities. It's still like a 45, 50-minute drive for me, but that's all right.
I mean, it's one highway for me to get there, and then it's right there. It's just one exit.
So I haven't been to QuakeCon. So
I want to go too. Like
I probably will not take. I'll take my oldest son. I don't think I'm going to take my youngest son though, because QuakeCon's a little more wild. Or at least that's what.
Yeah, you gotta take your older son, your younger son. He wants to have fun. He can't have fun with the younger kid.
There's a lot of families now because it's been around for so long.
Really, in QuakeCon, really? Because I'm thinking like old days, like when we were younger at QuakeCon, like it was like.
There are some families there because they've gone for so many years before they had kids, and now that they have kids, they're introducing it to this.
Yeah. So they've gone mainstream, is what you're saying? Because I remember the old days, like it was kind of like a rock concert, almost kind of thing.
No,
like,
yes, that I would agree. Yes,
yeah.
But as time has gone on, and everybody, it's the 30th anniversary, so some people have been around since it came out.
Wow,
I'm not even a Quake head, anyways. That's the funny. Like I played Quake.
Oh no, but everybody knows QuakeCon is more than just Quake.
No, I know that.
It was never the idea. So,
but that's the reason why. That's the reason why I haven't really gone, because back in the day, that was what it was, and then
LAN Party Central, baby.
Yeah, but I don't mind. I think my oldest son and I may go, but it's August 6th or 9th. Okay.
Yeah, but your younger son, man. I mean, it's not the bucket, but still. You feel me?
Well, the other thing is that he's going to want me to buy him everything and all that. And
right. Exactly. The little kid. Yeah. And no things.
Like, hey, yeah. Maybe it won't. I mean, eventually I'll take him. But.
Being that it's the 30th anniversary, now I'm hoping they'll do something good. Right? Because like I said, the last couple of years has been not a total disappointment. It's just been a little like drop off compared to
that. There's no funding. Look at this year. They're not doing what do you call Fan Fest. for the anniversary year of Xbox. They're not. FY.
You know, when they did the 25th anniversary thing for that's one of the things I complained about.
Yeah.
Because I was
They're
like,
not
okay,
doing
they showed
anything.
one screen that says this is the 25th anniversary, but they didn't. They were, I mean, you know, and then six, the voice of reason. He's like, well, they're probably saving it for the June show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but it's supposed to be like a year celebration. I'm kind of disappointed.
No,
All it
I
is
get
like
it.
one screen. You know, I was
I
like,
get
oh,
it.
25th anniversary. It's like,
Yeah. It's just this shit.
I would go nuts if it was me and I have a silver anniversary. I would go
Right.
nuts.
I would have
I'm
planned
taking a
ahead
whole
for
year.
it. I would have paid ahead of time. Like it would have
Right.
already been paid
Like
for a year earlier.
like
So,
the Halo remaster would have been out already. Like that's
yeah.
what I would do, and then I would follow it up with some, you know, and then you got Gears coming out later, and then, you know,
Mhm.
I would, you know, and then Fable coming back. I mean, I would have
Well, that would have been dope.
I would pump this out, but but on the other hand too, we're talking about it's not a fun time right now in the
No.
industry and in the
And that's what the problem is.
economically and
Yeah.
to your point, Tech, this is the 30th anniversary, but man, a lot of people right now don't have the money. Like
They got
it's gonna
shit.
be
Yeah, shit's fucked up.
like
Well,
costs are more.
last year, I wasn't even planning to go. Right.
Right.
That's why I didn't say
I remember
anything.
you said
I didn't
that.
say anything to Realist about going because I wasn't going. My intention was to not go. But the guys that I originally started going with when I moved to Dallas, and they were the ones that took me in, and I'm still friends with them. They're like, we're actually going. I was like, you have to go. I was like, dude, I just lost my job. I have no idea how long I'm going to be jobless. You know?
Yeah. And I'm in that boat now. So
those guys were saying, they said to me, I was like, dude, we'll pay for your seat. Don't worry about it. And I'm like,
right.
Dude. It's like,
What?
He's like, no.
But you feel weird about that too, right? Because you're like,
I know. And then so they pay for my seat. Like, no, we're all going, man. We're all getting, you know, pretty much get the band together, you know, because they're coming from North Carolina, right?
I need to ask Turk if he's gonna go.
And then so
Turk usually goes. I think he goes to both, to be honest with you.
So I was able to go just because of them. Yeah. That was it.
Ain't heard from Turk in a minute.
No, he's been busy. He's been kind of busy in AMD land.
Okay, because I mean they in a precarious place right now to themselves. Because this year they didn't really
everybody.
But besides the financial situation and the Rampocalypse, right? Like AMD,
I'd be nervous if I'm in Nvidia too. And Nvidia right now should be like, you know.
Well, yeah, all of that's true. But
did you see their post about how Nvidia is going to stop production of 2026 GPUs?
Well, this
because of the shortage. And somebody said,
no, they actually announced it today. I think it was today. They announced that they're not going to do it.
Oh, really?
Okay, but here's the thing. What I'm saying though, like, AMD particularly, outside of all the other factors, that is 100% true, right? I agree. But outside of all of that, it's the fact that AMD didn't really announce anything this year at CES. They really don't have anything hot coming till maybe the end of the year, when Intel is also coming out with hot that's probably going to match them. Intel's down period is pretty much over. Let's be honest. They're selling every chip they make, right? Their Panther Lake is looking sick. If you've seen at CES the reception and the tech reviews, Panther Lake is the laptop chip to get, and it's going to be in this next round of PC handhelds, right?
Right.
And all they really released for and all AMD really released for the the desktop was like another revision of like their top desktop chip, right? A slight revision. So everybody's already looking at them like AMD's already tapped out, and their future for what's supposed to come out isn't too good. Then you add in all the situation with the Rampocalypse and all this other stuff. They really have to hunker down and produce the next round of whatever hot they're going to have. All that mojo they've done developed the past couple of years could quickly fade because Intel is waking back up. NVIDIA is doing what they're doing. They're about to come out with a laptop chip. But all this other RAM shit makes even all of those advancements kind of moot. And you're saying these graphic card situation from NVIDIA is even worse now that they've officially announced? Hey, because as far as I've seen, it was rumored. I mean, but I believe it was going to happen.
I saw a tweet that I meant to send to you, Sick. But I forgot because you know how how Bitcoin is just
Oh yeah.
dropped, right? Like
Yeah.
it literally right now you're wasting money mining Bitcoin. Like, and
Yeah,
it's not even
literally.
close. It's like 17, 20
I
grand you're
lost,
losing.
I
doing
lost
it.
$50.
Yeah. So there's a tweet. Someone goes, well, on the bright side, hardware prices might go down with this.
Mhm. Hilarious, ain't it? But that's how
like-
it goes, bro.
Yeah, man. Because I think they were saying it costs like, what was it, like 73,000 to mine a coin, but it's now it's like 60 grand. It's
It costs 60, so you're losing money even doing it.
you
Yeah.
lose money. So you got like literally you have people, especially down here in Texas. There's one where there's a server farm of like 35,000. I think it's Eric Trump owns it. 35,000 servers. He's mining Bitcoin. It's like, turn the power off. Turn it off.
Yep. That's the thing about it too, man. They're losing so much money,
They're-
wasting money, literally. Like,
and you're paying for the power and all that stuff. Like literally, like it's. Oof. So we'll see what happens. But no, I saw the tweet. I meant to send it to you because someone goes on the bright side.
that's hilarious.
Hardware prices might go back down again.
No, but it can't because of the RAM, and that's the thing about
No,
it.
they
It would have
can't
went
because of the
down if it was for the
Right.
RAM. If it wasn't for the
Yeah.
RAM, it's like
And I
I
do
want to
feel
build the
bad.
map,
I
I
do
can't even do
I do
that.
feel bad about Intel because I'm not ready to say that I'm not ready to pull the we're back, we're so back yet, because I do think that
Oh,
because
no,
of the
no,
I
not
think
at
that
all.
impacts them as well trying to get back. I think it's going to
Right.
delay that.
No,
Right.
but that's my point. This is why
Yeah.
tech is busy. They really got to work hard on their
yeah.
next thing, and so they're
Yeah.
busy with that. Heavy. This is crunch time.
We
you know?
need to reach
It's time
out to him. We
hit
hadn't
that
talked to
work.
him in a while. We definitely
Yeah,
need to
bro.
reach out to him and
It
say,
crossed
hey,
my mind a couple times this past month. Yeah,
because he did. If I remember right, he does go to QuakeCon too. I think he did go to the one last summer. So, and he's got boys too. So,
yeah.
I'll probably just go for a day. I'm not gonna do the land thing, but we'll go and we could do lunch or something. There's plenty of places to eat. So, Texas is never short for places to eat.
Nope.
Like I say, I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. But
I'm not putting pressure. Look, dude, I'm not. Look, you just
No.
Yeah.
Now, I listen. You don't understand. I've been wanting to go. Right.
Yeah, whatever.
This is like the third year I've been wanting to go. You see, and his reaction is this now. But it is what it is. And I know he's saying all that dog jokes or whatever. But still, like I've been wanting to go. Right. And I can't even call it yes or no. I have no idea. I'm like in a holding pattern right now, and it's kind of frustrating.
He just joined the race of being a responsible citizen again. So
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Oh, that's
tough.
Got to transition. Tech went through it just recently. You got I am a slacker now, so I have to try to get back into that rat race.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah, I'm officially a slacker and what other you want to call me, like just use up
Get a
everybody's
job.
resources. Yeah,
Yeah, whatever the resources you help make.
yeah,
right,
welfare
right.
queen or something like that or something.
Yeah, down there in Texas, they be talking that shit, bro.
Oh, I did do that. I did the claim on unemployment thing.
Oh, did you?
Nice.
Oh my God, Tech.
Did you max out?
Yeah. So, first of all, the website, like I've claimed unemployment, but it was like so long ago, so
It's still
I
the
didn't
same
know.
from way back then.
Yeah, but the website wouldn't allow my login or anything, so I had to do it by phone, and that was 40 minutes.
What?
And yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, I maxed out. They gave me all
Oh,
right. This
Sega
is
Man?
what.
Sega Man,
is-
what up, bro?
Yeah.
He was doing a
And then-
podcast earlier today. Shout out to him.
What's up, Sega Man? So yeah, it was like you get this certain amount, and then you're capped out at this, and I'm like, okay, well that's all right. Well, that's about as depressing as I thought it was going to be. So
yeah. I mean, like for me,
Yeah.
I capped out and it said we can only give you 15,000, pretty much, or 16.
That's exactly where I'm at.
And that has to be spread out like every 2 weeks or something.
And then they asked me if I wanted to withdraw taxes, and I did. I said no last time, and I regretted that I went back when I went back to become a productive citizen, and I did my tax return, and I'm like, no, we're taking the taxes out of this one now
But
because
they
I
only
mean
take like a little bit. That's the thing.
that's that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
see, that's the
yeah.
thing, right? But
Why
over
even bother?
time. Right. When you do the tax return, you're like, oh, and I'm like, I didn't owe, but it really killed me.
So
on my return.
every 2 weeks they gave me like $1,000 or something like that, right?
Yeah, something
Minus
like
the
that.
taxes. Minus the
Yeah.
taxes.
I didn't even get
And plus,
that much.
I have severance and all that stuff too. So I mean, we
Yeah.
good, and my wife works. We're good. It's just the whole thing is depressing, and it's just like
Yeah.
and this isn't a good market at all.
Okay. So make sure,
Yeah.
because you already know what the requirements are.
Yeah.
Make sure you log
TWC
everything.
5 times.
How many times you like everything, keep record, everything, because they actually held a payment from me. Because
so they see 10 years ago they didn't even bother, but now they're getting strict on you, right?
yeah, so they supposedly sent me an email saying they want me to produce my logs, right?
Yeah.
I didn't respond to them because it's like either I've just neglected it or forgot it or didn't even notice that email came in. So I requested payment, and they withheld 1 week's worth of payment. And I'm like, why am I being shorted here? Right. And so I started getting letters. It's like, you were shorted because I started appealing. I'm like, why? It's like, why am I losing money? It's like, for this 1 week, it was just for one time. At the end, it was because I never turned in my log sheet, and I had to do some sort of interview over the phone with some court person. And then
the one thing I know they stress, man. I don't know how many times they were talking to me about you could get prosecuted for fraud, like about 30,000 times on that.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm not lying. I get
mostly they withheld one week's worth of payment because I didn't provide the logs that they wanted. And when I went to their court session over the phone, like I actually faxed everything to them. I said, dude, I have everything. I forgot to send it in, or I neglected to, I forgot to see the email or something, but I have everything. Here's the dates and all that. And she's like, okay. And at the end, they sided with the commission. They said, no, we're not going to pay you.
That's Texas though, man. Texas is like, you must work.
Yeah.
And I remember that TWC site, and it was like none of the jobs on there was like stuff that I do.
And the whole like asking for money, like your payment, your every other week payment.
Yeah.
Same old 1995 looking website. Nothing's changed.
Oh God.
It's the same.
No, because it's Texas. We don't spend money on that. We don't do that. We don't
same
do that
old
kind of
crappy thing. Like it still had records of my old one when I applied for unemployment like years ago.
But you know what I was surprised about, because they do ask this in other states. They didn't ask me about my severance. They did not ask me once about that.
Well, what I did.
Of course, I don't have an answer for them because I haven't.
So what I did is
yet, so.
I waited until they pay me I waited until my severance was posted to my account because they paid everything all at once, right? And then a week.
That's gonna be next week. That's gonna be next week for me, and then I can't claim anything until the 17th. So that may work out in my favor.
And so I waited a week later, and that's when I started unemployment. And they're like, well, how much did you make? I was like, I made this much, which included the severance.
Oh, see, they didn't even ask me that. They just asked me what my overall pay was, and I just gave them base. And I mean, I knew I was going to get capped anyways.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
but I do remember going to that TWC website, and I will not be like I got the login information today, so I know I know it's going to look like it did when I did it years ago. But it's like, no, I mean, it's funny though. Sick. It'll be, if it's like what it was the last time, it'll be like concrete layer in Midlothian, Texas, $20 an hour. Sign, apply. Is like, dude, nobody wants that.
Nope. A bunch of bullshit. Like, oh my God.
Out of Midlothian or something like that.
No matter how much credentials you have in multiple fields, at a high level.
Like,
nope.
No. It's like young man's work mostly, and it's like, I'm too old to do this shit anyway. So
yeah, bro, like you're not gonna want to hire me because you could already tell I'm gonna get hurt and I'm gonna be on and you're gonna be paying for me. Like, no.
Yeah, so it is a little depressing, but I'll get through it. I've done it before. I think that's what helps is going around. This is like my second time.
I'm just happy,
and I made it through the first time, so it's like, okay,
that's all. Yeah.
And I'm actually like, I'm starting to think like I would be applying at jobs that are large, and I'm actually starting to think I need to restructure myself and start doing more small, medium businesses, because they're probably going to get a better shot than that, because I think a lot of people are going for the big giant companies, and I'm not sure if I want to work for a giant company. I just came from one. So
right.
it is what it is. But anyways, I have a question for Sick,
What's up?
because he would know. So what is this about Take-Two and the console count? I don't know what's going on with it. I guess Take-Two posted some stats on what consoles were
So-
sold, and they were
Based on the numbers they announced, right? The math was, oh, well, PlayStation must have this many, and the remainder would
Was-
be
right.
Xbox has this, right? And they tried
Yeah.
to say it was like 38 or something low, right? But of course, the ones who were first putting out these numbers were PlayStation guys,
They're always guessing. Though. That's the thing.
right? Right. This is all a guess. No one knows for a fact, right? But somebody said, hey, you didn't subtract for the Switch, right? You didn't subtract for the Switch. As soon as you did that, it realizes because they've been saying the same numbers about Xbox for like 4 years, like 3 years now, 30 million or something. It can't be that. It couldn't possibly be that after 3 years later, even if the console sales could slow down, right?
Yeah.
So when they do the math and they subtract for Switch, now it's closer to like 50, like 48 million, so closer to 50. And who knows even if those numbers are correct, right? Like who the fuck really knows, right? But of course, it's a back and forth. It's just another battle in the console wars. That's all it was, right?
Because that's, I mean, I looked at
trying to lowball it, and of course, Xbox guys trying to hype it up more. But at least one side is trying to be more fair, because the other side, because one side is just trying to hit on the other side, and the other side is like on defense mode. They're not trying to over to a crazy degree, but of course, they are.
No, I mean, I figured
it
doesn't surprise me you said the PlayStation guys brought this out, because it's
of course.
I didn't pay attention too much. I saw multiple
Me
tweets
neither.
on this, is why I'm asking.
Mhm.
Like, but the way you're describing it, like,
Makes sense.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. So
course.
this actually makes sense why PlayStation fans, or fanboys, not fans, but fanboys,
Yeah.
they are always arguing stuff I don't care.
Yeah.
What amazes me about them is, they well, Xbox is down 30% of what, and they take that as
Sony is
Xbox is not
+2.
selling a single console
But they also
worldwide.
make it
It's
seem
like,
there's something I can do about it.
Yeah.
right.
Like, hey, well,
Or-
they only sold
or-
like 30 million. It's like, okay, and then what do you want me to do about it?
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't care. I mean, I got mine. They're gonna create a new one. I probably am not gonna get that. I'll probably stick with my PC. I
Yeah.
got a Rogue.
Which comes out.
I was gonna do a new. I was gonna do a new build this year. That's probably not gonna happen because of the
It's
circumstances.
not happening with this Rampapocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah,
On
and
top of
the
anything else, on top of
Rampapocalypse.
everything else.
Right.
Yeah. Even if you have money, it's not possible. Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, so I mean, I don't, and by the way, I mean, Paris came out with a tweet, and I'm not sure now. I'm really, if you had asked me a year ago, I would say he's on point. He still thinks that they're going to announce, Xbox is going to announce new hardware this year.
No, I've always said no.
But with this RAM thing,
there's no point.
Even outside of the RAM thing.
I know he had a tweet. I think either yesterday or today I saw it, and he's like, they're going to announce. I need to reread it. Maybe I took him out of context.
Dude, even
but
this generation to me still feels new.
Well,
yes,
Xbox is.
this
I mean,
what I'm saying.
PlayStation is hinting. The rumors are they're pushing their hardware back, which makes
Back
sense
too.
because
Right.
to like 2030.
But see,
look,
that's
if
the
both
thing.
Xbox and PlayStation goes for 2030, I'll be happy with that. Like, let it go for
Yes,
10
me
years.
too. But that's the thing. Why does anybody have ever, no matter what happened, right? Long before any of this other shit, why they thought it was going to cap? Everybody was talking, and I always said, no, dude, they're only just now making money. They just now got a bunch of game developers to stop making games that are compatible with the PS4 and Xbox One, and Call of Duty is still doing it, but they're not doing it this year, right? This last one's the last one that does that, right? The next one is see, I was going to say next gen, current gen only. Right? They just got off of that where they can start making money. Even Sony will sell more PS5s, right? Which, by the way, next topic afterwards, I want to talk about that in relation to Nintendo, right? But like, stay on point. Like, it's only now games are coming out left and right. We haven't even really maxed out these systems.
And
developers,
over, like, oh, we have to wait for them to learn the
for
tools
what?
and that shit.
Right, for what? This Rampocalypse could have, and I've also said this, I think I said it last week or in the week before, right? Like, this is the best thing that could have happened, because now they got to optimize. Now, all the tools that PlayStation didn't have and the hardware they don't have in their base console that Xbox has, now they have to leverage that, right? And we see the results now. The Series X is kicking the PS Pro's ass constantly. All the time it happens. More times than not, like 70% of the time, minimum. You had a couple of games here and there, a couple of older games that really just use horsepower, but not even, one-sided on the GPU, because once they start to use the CPU along with it, it goes right out the window anyway, right? So as an Xbox fan, I love to see that, because now all that, because basically all Sony did early in the generation was a bunch of PS4 games that they were releasing, so of course they run better on the PS5. It's easy to get 60 frames when you're running last gen shit on your new system all day. Meanwhile, Xbox was making new shit, right? Just saying, right? But now with the PC situation the way it is, everything. Like for me, I have my PC. I kind of regret I didn't buy a 5080 because of the multi-frame gen. I'm finally running my monitor at 240 hertz, and I could have used that, right? That's my one regret with my PC. But now for me, I can last this PC out to the end of the decade when the new consoles come out. And I'll probably get one eventually, but that's probably when this Rampocalypse is over. Even though I'm thinking and hoping it ends earlier than we think, right? That I could build this new piece, this home theater PC I've been talking about, right? Like a PC that uses the console for all the other reasons I've talked about many times. Like, why think they're going to stop making money because now they're making money on software, and even if the hardware sales are down, they're making the software money now. Everybody is buying. Well, not actually, people aren't buying games. There's too many games out that aren't making money that need time to sell, that to then be investing on other games. They're not doing that. Now, PlayStation might
PlayStation, they just came out and made over $2 billion on PC and Xbox games. So which I always scratch my head, because the rumor is they're going to pull back off of the PC market with their exclusive titles.
And who says that?
Why would they do that though? If they come out and they said they made 2.3 billion or whatever it was,
right?
That's 2.3 billion that you didn't have.
But why are you putting any even stock in such talk? You already know the one.
No.
I'm not saying you believe it. I'm not saying you believe it.
No,
hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying, right?
I just
notice?
Still don't understand why anybody believes it.
No. Don't you notice these talking points always sound like the wishes of the PlayStation fanboys, right?
Yes.
That's how they wish things would turn out. And all of a sudden you're hearing these rumors that sound like some shit they wish would happen. That's all it is. That's all it ever is. That's
I still don't even understand why they care. I would probably care a little bit more that they're only pumping out 1 or 2 games a year. That would actually concern me a little bit more.
And it should have long ago. Yeah.
Right.
I've been talking about that for years. They never cared. Yeah. There they have it.
No, I mean it's I don't like if last year I thought there was a good chance they would because of the 25th anniversary, right? But I think the Rampocalypse has really just put a sledgehammer to everybody.
I'm saying though, but it was never going to be this, even if it wasn't for the Rampocalypse.
No. But I thought, but here's the thing that I do know, and this is from my experience in Amazon, from designing, or not designing, but from it takes a good solid year to set up the logistics chain, for a new product to come out, right?
Yes, right.
Like some people think, well, they're just going to take the same logistics chain that they did the Xbox Series X, and then not necessarily, right? Because
we would have seen all that evidence already,
right? Yeah. Because you have new contracts with even AMD's got a new contract with them than they had 6 years back, right? They signed a new deal, right? So logistics chains change all the time. Try to say that fast. And I know from experience, it takes logistics change fast. I do know it takes a good solid year because you're gonna have to buy your resources in advance. You're gonna have to make sure you have your contracts in play for all your third party to make sure their deliverables are on time.
Right.
Then you're doing your PR and all that stuff. You have to get all your stuff lined up
Developers
on
have to be
that.
down.
Right.
Right.
That doesn't even include the developing. I'm just talking about the logistics part. Like that doesn't even include the developing has to match, has to align with what is the perceived date to be coming out, right? So that takes a good year and a half.
Couple years actually.
And right. More or less, more towards a couple years than 2.
And we don't hear no surrounding.
Right, even the
rumors
Switch
that
2,
always happen.
the Switch 2 was 18 months
None of
out,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So now you're throwing something like this shortage that I if anybody said they knew it was coming at this extent, I would
They're
call
fucking
them a
lying.
bold-faced liar, right?
Yeah,
Like
they're
no
fucking
one
lying.
expected this, and especially after the GPU shit that we've had to deal with the last few years. I find it hard to believe that anybody, and maybe I saw on tech screen with the AMD, maybe they got some things announced about what they're working on, but I cannot for the life of me this year see them make any kind of bold face announcement of any kind of deliverable anytime soon.
Yep.
They
And
may
that has
do
nothing to do with the Rampocalypse, and that has nothing to do with it. Nothing at
Right.
all. Nothing at
Yeah.
all. All
If
of
they
those
do
factors
announce
are even make it
something
worse.
and
Less likely.
and they have a 2027 release, I was like, I'd probably hold off.
Yeah,
I don't think
2027 was the original plan. I guarantee you.
Oh, I'm
And that's-
sure.
that's all bluff.
I mean, if you would have asked me last year, I said, yeah, probably 2027. I thought PlayStation would be 2028, 2029. Obviously Nintendo, they just got theirs, so they're good for the next 8 years.
Just like the
I
handheld
still
rumor.
play on my One X today.
Yeah, bro.
I still play with
And
that one.
and here's the thing.
Oh,
and
my
here's the
son
thing.
plays his Roblox on that one.
Yeah,
on
with
mine.
the handheld rumors, right? With the handheld Xbox, right? The rumor was always there was 2, right? Then official one from Xbox and a partnered one, right? And then they said the rumor all of a sudden was they canceled the Xbox one, the official the postponed, right? Not too long after that, and the partnered one was still coming, right? Not too long after that, all of a sudden we're hearing finally the what became the ROG Ally X. That just goes to show, when the rumor probably changed, or why it probably changed, because the people who actually do hear stuff, right? They started hearing inklings because now Asus and Microsoft were ready to start the run-up, the marketing, all that other prerequisite shit, like their manufacturing stuff and stuff, but they don't know, or maybe they do know, and they give out vague rumors so that way, their sources aren't cut out there on Front Street, right?
Right.
So the people who are putting the rumors out there, they know more than they're letting on, right? But they don't want to say because it would reveal how they found out because of the details that they know. So they make it super vague, right? That's why when the rumor was all of a sudden the official Xbox one got postponed, I'm like, oh yeah, the next ROG Ally or something else is coming out. And I figured it was Asus, right? Because they had done multiple before. I didn't believe how right I was. That was just a theory I thought about once and didn't think about it until after the fact.
It made sense. No, it made sense.
And so with these PC handheld, with these next round of consoles, right? The one rumor that stayed consistent is the nature of the Xbox chip and hardware architecture and the nature of the PlayStation one. And that stayed consistent. Nobody fights it. Not even the rumor guys, Red whatever his name, and all those guys in that space, right?
Right.
Nobody's counteracted that. In fact, they've doubled down and tripled down and said, that shit is right. And over the past couple of months, they stayed on that. That just goes to show certain things they know for a fact. And
I mean,
so
if there's one thing I will say,
2027.
If there's one thing I will say that I think is a blessing off of this, is it gives them more time to cook with their new app and Xbox experience and all that. It gives them more time to cook, and it gives them, and I think that's going to benefit them down. Let's say we're optimistic and it's a 2-year delay, right?
Mhm.
And I actually think 2 years is optimistic, by the way, because I think there's
Yes,
potential it might be 4 or 5.
it might be the end of
And
the decade.
right,
Yeah.
right. And um I I I think that if they can, if especially on the PC side, if they can really get enough time to iron down the PC side, because I think they're doing great on the handheld side. They're still making adjustments and all that, and that I the PC is the one that I think is going to be challenging, and they're going to have more time to do it, and they're not going to have to rush it out. And so this will, if they're doing what they should be doing, then take advantage of the time to build the better platform. That way, when you do roll the hardware with it, it's more seamless.
Yeah.
Because my concern with the 2027 original plans was they're going to run into some challenges with the new OS or whatever you want to call it, or the new Windows into it. They're with the hardware. They were going to
Yeah.
run into some challenges again. I think this is
Yeah.
going to give them more time where they can. We'll see.
Tie into
I
that.
just
Tie into that. Epic, right?
Yeah.
All this talk with Epic and what they want to do.
But
Like,
that's not shocking. But see, the Epic news wasn't shocking to me, was it to
no,
you?
not at
'Cause-
all. Not at all. But that's
Right.
not the point I'm making.
Yeah.
The point I'm
Yeah.
making is if the consoles were supposed to come out this year, when those talks have happened already and already be set in stone what's going to happen, even if we don't know about it yet, why are they talking like they're only now talking about it? Because that's probably the truth, right? So they're only now talking about it, and it will be finalized in 2027. Another proof of it was never this year. Never. The RAM has
Right.
nothing to do with it. And they're hopeful that the RAM situation will work out by them, and then everything will work out the way they want it to. And maybe it will, because see, that's the one thing I noticed with all of these stock market, outlooks for all these companies. Like, they can't, even Satya, he looks some kind of way. They can't they with the way outside shit is happening. Well, that too. With the way outside situations are looking, it makes them look more and more desperate. They can't take these L's to do
Well-
to do this whole AI push that's continually not working out. And they say want to spend all this money, and they'll try to, but when they see more money, more and more money is lost, what is these investors are saying? And they're saying it already, right?
Well, I mean,
These
yeah,
investors
and,
are already
and,
not happy
and
already.
every tech company, Amazon was the last one today. Every tech company took a beating after
Yeah.
their earnings call, and
Yeah.
they actually hit their numbers. All of them
Yeah.
hit their numbers,
But they're still taking a
but
beating.
but their capex exploded. Every single one of them. Amazon just
Yep.
announced $200 billion capex, and I'm going to tell you right now, I worked for the company last year. It was 120 billion, around 120 billion. That was a record. The years before that, it was 40 to 60 billion a year. So now they're jumping up 70%, up to 200 billion, which is why I am not as optimistic as it's going to be a couple years, right? Because the more they spend, the more this is going to impact. What I do find interesting about Satya, though, is Satya is a terrible liar. He's
Yes.
not good at it.
Everybody sees it on his face, bro.
Well, and his tweets don't. He
He's,
makes
yeah, Trump-esque,
he-
very Trump-esque rants,
Well,
angry rants
that-
reveals
that-
his true motives or
well,
feelings rather.
what caught my attention was his end of a year statement when he was talking about how we need to stop talking about AI as slop, and if we don't, it's going to, the narrative is going to bake in. That to me was a cry. That to me was like, oh God, we're running into some headwinds now, because, and without getting on the big tangent, I always try to talk to my relatives when it comes to services and all that. And so I'll talk to my mom, I'll talk to my sister, and I'll talk to other people around. And the problem that these tech companies are going to have, and it's going to be you're going to see with Xbox too, is there's no profit model for AI. Like no one can, I'm going to ask you something. Do you know, I learned this the other day. Do you know what one of the most profitable AI companies are right now? Tech?
Profitable.
Profitable.
software companies, maybe software
No,
developers,
no,
like the hardware guys.
it's believe it or not, it's Grammarly.
Oh,
Because
makes
most
sense.
of these AI companies are not profitable. OpenAI won't be profitable for another 2 or 3 years. In fact, they had a red flag when they said that we're going to start adding ads, which by the
But
way,
isn't Grammarly a software company? Like they
Grammarly
make a
is
certain type of
Grammarly is a software company, but it uses AI to help edit your papers,
right,
right? And so my
So that
wife used it
software
when
is
she
done
was
better.
in school. She had a subscription to it, and she used it while she was in school. Now she stopped that subscription because she just graduated, so she got her MBA, so she doesn't need it
Congrats.
anymore, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, thank God, man, that was a whole 2 year.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
But
See, my wife did it when she was pregnant.
but right, she did it with menopause. It's just as bad.
Oh
So
boy.
Um.
Yeah.
So, anyways, no. But when OpenAI, which by the way, originally OpenAI said, "Oh, we're not going to do ads. We're not going to do ads," but then they decided they're going to do ads, and
They
that was
all
that.
fall in line for ads.
Yes,
Mhm.
and ads, and I'm telling you right now, that's a red flag for me.
Yes.
Satya's emails, tweets are a red flag to me because I get. OpenAI is not going to make a lot in ad money because people are like, "Oh, how do you
Yeah.
say that?" Because I got to compete with everybody else's ad. And it's not an
Right,
infinite budget on ad buys, guys. It doesn't work like that,
Yeah.
And you're going to compete against Amazon, which you're partnering up with. You're going to compete against Microsoft, which you're partnering up with. You're going to compete against Meta, which you're partnering up with. Or no, you're not partnering up with. I don't think so. And then no, Meta, you are. Google, you got to compete with Google, which you're not partnering up with. And it's just
Yep.
like there's no when you hear Sam Altman talk, brilliant guy. Sure, I know what he's talking about. There was a clip I watched of him today. He was like, there will be no child born from here on out that will be smarter than AI. Like, well, no shit.
No
There's nothing
shit,
you're
yeah.
saying that's surprising. Here's my question for you, Sam. How are you going to make money? Because you haven't answered that question. How are you going to make money? Amazon, for example, they're now pushing AI on Alexa. And so when I go and ask my relatives this question, you go and they're giving it for free. If you got your Prime account, hey, you want to use it for free?
Yep.
Here's my problem with this. Because I've asked my family members, I've asked friends, are you willing to pay more money for an AI service? And my mom's like, I don't want AI on Alexa. I don't want it. I'm not interested in it. And I've asked other people around, is there a service that you're willing to buy AI? Are you willing to drop a $20, $30 a month thing on ChatGPT? Hell no, I don't want to do that. That's my problem. We are in the age where you're paying $30 for Netflix, you're paying $30 for Game Pass, you're paying $140 for Prime, or 29 or 139 for Prime. I don't know what it is now. Who's running out to buy AI services for $15, $20, $30 a month for an X company? I don't see it. So where are they making money?
And the everyday person, the casual people, have no idea what to do with it, other than ask a question
or to trust it. They don't necessarily trust it.
Like I said, you'll have like search engine. That's all this is. That's the only benefit it is.
No, and I was reading, and to your point, I was reading an article. There's actually people I was reading on LinkedIn, because Lord knows I've spent more time on LinkedIn the last few weeks than I ever had. TEKNOBLAST, because he knows what.
Yeah. We're all
and they're talking about people taking medical advice off ChatGPT, and I'm like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are absolutely nuts.
People do all that shit, bro. But they did. But it's the same way they used to do with WebMD and everything else. This is going back to what I said. They just use it as a search engine.
But they don't. They don't make money. Could you imagine if Google decided on their search that they were going to charge to do their do their searches? They didn't do that because they figured out how to make money off of that. But what these companies are doing, right?
I'll give you a perfect example. So my cousin had a bit of a cold the past couple of days, right? So he's got these vitamin C pills. He leaves on the kitchen table, right? It's the CPA. No, it's check this out. I did eventually. Yes, that's part of the story. So CVS brand, it's not coated with anything. It's just powder, right? And I sneezed once or twice, and I asked him this one, how you feeling? He's like, I'm starting to feel better. I said, okay, I'm sneezing once or twice. I got a little bit of phlegm in the back of my throat. He's like, hey, you should take these vitamin C pills. I'm like, all right, vitamin C, I know, that's a good thing, right? But then he said I should chew them and swallow. I'm like, oh God, the bitter taste. I don't think that's the best idea. I said, is that the best idea? Let's find out. So back in the day, I would have Googled that, but instead I asked Copilot, right? So instead I asked Copilot, is it a good idea to chew it? Will I absorb it quicker, or should I just swallow it and just drink water behind it or whatever? Oh, by the way, it doesn't have a coating because there's some of the dust is on my fingers from picking up the pills, right? And it's like you're right. It's just the core acid that's been compacted. It doesn't have a coating on it. It's actually better you swallow it instead of chewing it because vitamin C is absorbic acid, right? So you don't want it to powder up and be in your teeth and and the acid, it's literally an acid, right? It would in your teeth and it will start to eat up. That's bad for your teeth. It's better you just swallow the pills. Besides, they're even if they were coated with some pills are coated with like a slick, I don't know, like candy coating or whatever. No, it's instantly absorbed in your body anyway. As soon as it gets to your stomach, right? And then your body will start to absorb it. So don't do that, right? And so I'm like, oh, okay. Now, years ago, and I thought to myself this morning, now, years ago, I would have Googled this. Maybe on WebMD, it would have took me a couple minutes to find the answer. The only difference is the AI knew instantly to tell me, right? They're not making money off of that, right?
No.
There wasn't even any ads anywhere. And the only reason I have access to the plus version of Copilot is because I paid for Microsoft 365 that comes with it, right? Or even if I use the basic version of Copilot, and if I wasn't a member, they wouldn't. My point is, right, what you're about to say, they're not making any money off of me. If it was just a search engine shit, at least they might have had some ads when I'm searching.
They already make money off of their data on a regular search anyway, so it wouldn't make any difference, right?
Right.
That's my thing. Like, and I said this last week or the week before. I said, and it means even more now because you've had Meta who had their earnings call. They're spending $135 billion on their CapEx this year. That's high for them. Google had their earnings call yesterday. They're spending $180 billion on their CapEx this year. And then Amazon comes out and they're spending $200 billion on their CapEx this year. And what I said last week and what I said the week before, I meant it. I mean, they're not looking for 2x return. You don't spend that much money for a 2x return. You don't spend that much money for a 3x return. These guys are trying to do a 10, 15, 20x return. And let me put it in figures for you. When I worked at Amazon, I got hired in 2017. My last day was last week. So I was there for almost 9 years, right? When I started working at Amazon, I was part of the second generation of Amazon. All right. The first generation was the founding generation, and a lot of those people were leaving out of the company. They got wealthy or they were doing their own thing. They got, they moved on or they retired, right? So I was part of the second generation of Amazon. And that second generation, now we're in the third and fourth generation. When I left the company, 91% of the employees at Amazon was hired after me, 91%. That company has about 1.4 million people worldwide. 91%. They were down.
Wow.
It was 300,000 employees when I was hired there. Okay. Now they're at 1.3, 1.4. So
wow.
During that time when I was hired, the market cap for Amazon was 400 billion. By the time I left, it was 2.4 trillion. It's now it's a little bit lower because they just took a hit. I think it's like 2.3836 or something like that. It's still around the neighborhood of 2.4 trillion. These guys think that this spend is going to do more than that. Amazon will never, you can quote me, you in a 9-year span, they went up 6 times in a 9-year span. AI is not, they are not going to be, I don't care, you save this video 5-6 years from now. The market cap for Amazon 6 years from now, or 7 or 8, 9 years from now, is not going to be $12 trillion. Because that's what it's going to take to match what we did the last 9 years at Amazon. It's never going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. They literally think they're going to make, like, how do you think that's realistic? How do
they'll be more efficient? They'll be more efficient. Yes. Yeah. They'll be more efficient. Yes. But they'll lose innovation because AI doesn't innovate. It's not creative.
But it's,
and you need human beings for that. Right? Like, you know, right.
No, but
so
you're completely right.
Yeah.
But let's make it more simple than that, right? Like they, it's how it is with all these corporations. It always has been. I've always noticed this, right?
Right.
They just need to hype up the next quarter, right? To be greater than the last one. But certain quarters, something big happened that made that money that they were working on for multiple quarters. And they finally got the payoff that quarter, right? The next quarter immediately after that is going to be shit because you just had the big payoff. In comparison, it could have still been profitable, right? Where they made,
and that's the thing. Like we're making
but they treat it like it's like they lost money.
No,
right?
and that's the amazing thing, right?
So
because
they made that money in that one quarter, but now you fuck yourself for the one after that. Like what?
They're making more profits and more revenues than they ever had than they ever had before. Like I tell people all the time, like, I mean, Jeff Bezos is a unique American story. A guy who builds a bookseller out of his garage and ends up being one of the richest men in the world, right? It's a unique American story. It should be celebrated as great. But my generation is the one that raised the bar on what he created. Like people are like, are you, I said, it's a bittersweet moment for me not working for them anymore, but I'm proud of the fact because I helped build a juggernaut.
Do that.
I literally built one of the largest companies in the world. And there's nothing that you can say, well, they laid you up. It wasn't performance based.
The work you did.
It wasn't performance based at all. And my job, they can't do AI on. And there will never be a 9-year stretch. Amazon will never have a 9-year stretch that they did that my generation and that company did. Right. It will never ever happen.
And
even
they
with all that spend.
And they just guaranteed it. And they just guaranteed it with these moves that it can never happen again. That's the irony of it. It's not because, they made so much this one time. It's because they just shut the valve off.
Yeah. So let me return it back to
gaming. Even wider.
So let me return it back to gaming, right? I asked the question, what's the major profit thing for gaming? What will AI do for gaming that's going to cause it a major profit center?
Nothing.
I can't think of one.
Nothing. They think
and trust me, you're going to be annoyed with it because
they think they can make
because what's going to happen?
They can automate the
no. But what is going to happen? But what is going to happen though? And it may not be Microsoft directly, or it may not be PlayStation directly, but there will be a third party that will. I mean, it's already happening. But there's going to be one game that's going to, trust me, there's going to be one game that is going to get hyped out and everybody's going to get excited for. It's going to be 100% AI and it's going to look bad.
Right.
And it's going to flop bad. Save this show. Save it because it's going to happen. Someone is going to do 100% AI on a game. I know Elon's talked about he wants to get in gaming and doing it. But someone is going to take the shortcut and do 100% AI on the game. And they're gonna hype the fuck out of it, right? Because they saved money on it. They're gonna hype the fuck out of it. It's gonna end up being a colossal, just angry for
E33
bad
for using some sort of AI thing.
Yeah, but that's the but that isn't even close to 100% AI. That was just
A little bit.
They were just using AI,
Is it,
which is there's a difference in that. I am
building
not
something in the prototype
anti-AI.
stage
There's
that
some
didn't-
things
that
AI
wasn't even
does
in the
very
final
well.
game. Yeah.
Right.
But that was
Right.
just the
Like,
prototype. that
if
wasn't
you're
even in the
using
final
AI to
game.
help,
That was just a bunch of people
if you're
who's
using
like, "Ooh, AI, therefore bad," but don't even know what the fuck they're
Right.
talking about, right? That's all that was.
Right, but someone is going to take that shortcut and do 100% AI on a game, and it's going to I save this thing because I promise you it's going to happen. I don't know who the publisher is. It might be a small studio. It might be a
Google.
double A.
Somebody's
It might
gonna
be
try it.
someone. Right, someone's going to
Probably.
do it, and it's going to look
Yeah, it'll be
They
Google.
will, by the way, I
ass.
was just about to announce it.
wait, who's that voice?
You think so? I agree. That's
So
the most likely, I feel. Yeah, man. I noticed when he came in, I was
Right.
about to
Who's
say,
that? Who is that guy?
but yeah, he's right. I think of all the ones that could. Forget his name. There's something about him. He's not fake. He's realist.
I'll be back in a minute.
What up, homie? What up, homie?
What's up, bro? Hey, did y'all see Genie or whatever it's called?
Genie in a bottle?
Genie?
No.
I know you're talking to.
So just say no, so I can keep going.
No.
Go,
No.
go ahead already.
Google has its AI thing, right? Called
That was-
Genie,
I thought it was Gemini.
and basically, like, no, Gemini is the thing on your phone, right? Genie is the thing that, like, they're taking pictures of a person walking. Next thing you know, the whole engine is creating a interactive supposed game based on the picture.
Mhm.
Like, when you get off of here,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
look
yeah.
up, just look up
Yeah,
Genie,
yeah, I know what
and
you
you'll see, like, they have, like, they look like they look like boring games, but they're pretty. Like, it'll fit right in at somewhere like Sony. Like, it looks so realistic, and it's just like basically people walking, and like that's really what gaming's about.
Walking.
But
But it's
if
really
they can
not.
do that with just pictures, if they can do that with just pictures, like, it's gonna be crazy what they
Man,
will
I
do
took a
later.
picture of
You know
myself
what I mean?
and I was wrestling the Hulk and I beat him down. It was pretty neat.
Oh, you did? Who? Using what? Are you trying to be funny?
What did I use? I used
I thought you were
oh,
serious.
CapCut did it for me.
Yo, one of the
CapCut did it for me.
Yo,
I just
one of
needed
the
a picture of
Dragons
my
did that one
face,
down on his account
and
where-
then it put me in like in a wrestling match with the
where
Hulk.
he's the Hulk. Oh wow! So it's funny you say that. So one of the Dragons did a picture. There's a picture of himself as the Hulk. I don't know if he kept it up, but like
Let's see.
the Hulk. Somebody some chick from behind, and you just see her face. I'm like, yo, I can't believe he posted this shit, bro. Like, what the hell was he on when he did that?
Let's see.
What the hell was he drinking when he did that, bro? I'm like,
Let's see.
what?
Let me see if I can
No,
find it.
but it's just that you see her face, and she's just like, oh my god.
Let's see if I can find it. So I can show you guys.
Dude, all this AI shit, like, this is what I'm saying. The best use I've seen is to use it as a better version of the search engine. The way search would have been by this point in time if Google hadn't taken over in the early 2000s. That's it. That's it. I don't think all this, like, it's a tool like Photoshop was, but back in the days when Photoshop was new and innovative, nobody thought it was going to take over the entire world for every fucking thing on the goddamn planet, right? I don't. That's the problem with this shit nowadays.
I think the Matrix is true. I think the Matrix
That
is
means you're
true.
already
I
in
think the AI. I think the AI will start to develop feelings, and then we're gonna hurt their feelings, and then they're gonna all get together and enslave us.
Yeah, because they're not even real
Our
AIs
dependency
nowadays.
on artificial intelligence was bad back when they were making these movies, Terminators and stuff like that. Now,
Oh,
more.
here it is. Hold on, let me show
Okay.
it to you.
You see it? I'm not, dude. I'm not bugging. No, not that one. That's he always does the Hulk motif.
No,
right?
look. I just took a regular
But
picture.
that's not the one. That's you.
That's just a regular picture.
Oh, that's you.
That's
as a
me.
Hulk.
Watch this. Here, well, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Let me turn it down.
Hey, play. Hey, what's going on? Oh, the volume. Dude, you hit. Oh, hold on. Slow it down towards the end. It's like you missed his nuts, like you punched, and then all of a sudden you were behind him. I'm like, look, you missed his.
I went in between his
and then all of a
legs.
sudden you're behind him somehow.
But you know what's so funny?
It didn't even seem
that's
that
a
way.
shirt.
Oh, bro, you look, hey, bro, you got to put no Diddy on that.
Hey, what looks
Handful
what
of
looks funny?
Doesn't even look
moves.
at you anymore.
That shirt, I actually wear that shirt.
But it doesn't even look like you anymore at that point.
No, at that point, no. It's like at that point they changed
At
me.
the point you were doing that uppercut that missed his nuts, it already didn't look like your face.
He has more hair than me.
Look at you. Look at his back. Is your back like that?
Have you seen my back? Have you seen my back? Have you seen my back?
I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking.
But have you seen my back?
I'm asking you. That's what I didn't say. That's what I'm asking you. Is your back like you seem like a dude who could bench press?
My back is
way more than me.
ripped, dog. We got some hot dogs going on back there and everything.
Dude, I bet you could bench way more than me ever in my life.
I'm a weakling.
And I bet you could. So I bet you have the raw assets.
I got some
to do so.
I can pick
if
up
you
some
decide
ribs.
if you decide to work out.
Sega Man's like, so you guys think it's AI is overrated? I don't know. It just seems like
it's not overrated.
Like I like it. I use it as a tool for what I do.
Not overrated. It's overhyped.
But it just I don't know. It just seems like they're super hyping
it's like
it up.
Photoshop or computers in general, right? Like, yeah, they're hyping it up for big money, thinking they're gonna make big money and firing a lot of good people that's actually making the money now, so they don't make money later, like big dummies. This
is going in the way of the search engine, where eventually the search engine is going to go
like the
away,
internet bubble.
And then these AI prompts like Copilot or whatever's out there are going to replace it with it. Those are going to be like main things we're going to go to. You know?
Yeah.
But not now.
Yeah.
So you think it's only about search engines?
No. I'm giving you one example of how it's good, right? Like,
all right, I'm back.
It's just like computers in general, or the internet. When they first were hyping up the internet to that degree, and it became, that bubble that popped in the early 2000 around like April or so, right?
Hey, y'all answering Sega Man's question.
A bunch of money, people are hyping it way more than they can.
You can ask a simple question. You'll give you this.
I don't think.
What did Sega Man say?
I don't think it's. Well, he asked. He goes, "So you guys think AI is overrated?" I don't know if overrated is the word I would use. I would say overhyped.
Overhyped. Yeah. See.
You have guys you have tech bros. You have tech bros like Elon Musk and Sam Altman and some of these other guys that are promising hundreds of years of technology in the next 10, and that's not realistic.
Yeah.
AI is when I talk about AI, I look at it as I use a comparison. It's like doing a project at home, right? You have 5 projects to do at home. The odds of you being able to use a hammer for every one of those 5 to get the job done is not realistic, because there's things that a hammer does really well, and then there's things that a hammer. Right. You're not gonna put in a hammer. If you're gonna use a hammer, put a screw in the wall. It's probably not the best thing for you to do. AI does things. There's things that AI does very well, especially with correlating data, congregating data. Does very well. There was stuff I was doing at Amazon, because I've been working with AI for 2 years now, that used to take me weeks. I get it done in hours.
Yeah, I use it
as
a good tool for my Python writing.
Yeah, programmers. That's another example.
Right.
Programmers.
It's a good tool.
Checking their code.
It's a good It's a good tool. The problem is they're spending they're spending way too much money on it. And what even makes it worse, and no one's really talking about this, our buddy Sheik brought it up. And he's right, because I went and took a look at it. The counterparts in China are actually doing even better stuff than OpenAI and Anthropic, and they're not spending near as much money to do it. And you have these companies that are spending $200 billion in 1 year. They're not expecting 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x. They're expecting 15x, 20x, 35. Well, it's going back and forth. That's the other problem too. Like even the deal with Amazon, like there's a rumor that they're going to drop $50 billion which probably is not a rumor now if they're saying they're going to drop 200 billion in
Right.
capex. The rumor
Right.
was that came out a couple days ago they're going to drop 50 billion from to OpenAI, which was ironic because literally 24 hours before that rumor came out, Nvidia came out and said we're not going to drop the
Yes.
100 billion, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh shit," right?
Yep.
Literally 24 hours later, the rumor comes out that Jesse and Altman are talking about a $50 billion deal. The problem is like OpenAI is getting all this investment money to build this shit, and then they're buying Amazon chips. I forgot what it was, Tritium or whatever they call it. They're gonna buy chips. They're gonna get access to data centers and stuff like that. Like they're paying each other off. But my original question still applies.
With no new money.
Right, they're cycling this money around, but the question still remains: how do you make money off of this? Because all you're doing is cycling investment money that you're doing, and they're not doing this to make 2, 3, 4x. They're doing right, and
They
so
really
there's
don't
no
have
profit
money
model.
to make. They just need something to spend this excess money that they have in their coffers on, and make it sound like something. What do they have? They have nothing.
But now
Like the only thing that they can, the only thing that they can do is find something to so-called remove the monotonous task, meaning fire people who do these things.
Yes.
Yeah, they might hate their job, but it pays the bills. That's about the only thing that they can accomplish is lowering their expense of labor by firing people doing these tasks that you can delegate to a computer. But there's really nothing to sell. Google is still #1 in search engine. Just because it looks prettier, it gives you better results, is able to do a deep search, it's still the search engine. Copilot is still the unused Bing.
Yep.
It's not. It's not doing anything.
And so what's going to happen?
I don't see how they can monetize it. Oh, you know what? I do see how they can monetize. I do see how they can monetize. Because Google has started to. It's $20 a month. I'm pretty sure Amazon's will be $20 a month. Pretty sure Copilot, if they can get enough people to start using it. See, the thing about cell phones is you got 1 billion plus on Google, on whatever it's called, Google, Android, Android, that are willing to take a shot, especially when they can push it in their face the way that they have. I don't know if always, like how it's pushing on your phones, but like it's always suggesting. It's always trying to get me to use this button to be a Gemini button. So that's how they can monetize. But Apple, Google has tried so many different subscriptions. They bought Fitbit, tried it, and then turned it into a subscription. Now there's no Fitbits for sale. You know what I mean? So we'll see how this goes. But that's about the only way to monetize it. I don't see a real model for it.
And that's the problem, right? Because when you're investing in these companies, and I'm an investor, I mean, even though I don't work for Amazon, I'm still an investor. I got a lot of shares in that company. Their stock after market went down like 17%, and they hit their numbers on this quarterly, but they announced that they're going to spend $200 billion in capex, which is 70% higher than what they spent this past year. And this past year was a record. It was like 50% more than what they had previously. So, and Google, all of the companies, Microsoft and Google, they all hit their numbers. They all did healthy year-over-year numbers, but their stock went down because investors are starting to realize what I've been saying. They're not to spend that much money, and you're not going to get more than 2x, 3x out of it. That's not a winner. If you're going to spend that much money, you need to get 20, 25x out of it. You're not going to get 20, 25x out of it. It's not going to happen. And the problem is, and this is what is going to hurt gaming, is in order to pay that, they're releasing a lot of engineers. They're releasing a lot of developers off doing it. And that takes away innovation. And these companies are not going to use this stuff
to make the stuff they sell. They're
because AI is not creative. AI is not creative. It doesn't. It's not creative. It does what you tell it to do.
Yeah,
you know,
and sometimes poorly, sometimes excellently, but just as many times poorly. Like when I talk to these AIs, you know how many times and I've mentioned many times, you know, the hallucinations, right? Where they're inferring shit that I never said, or taking my words like I meant something when it's supposed to go and look it up and tell me, right? And then I say, no, you're wrong. Go look online as of this date and time,
Nah, you're
right?
wrong.
To see the current information, right? And then it goes in, it's like, oh, it knew the answer. And then I literally asked it, but why didn't you tell me that in the first place when I first asked you? But then it says, oh, it bases its answers based on what the conversation at the time. It doesn't have all-knowing access to all the data at all times. But go search it first. You know, when sometimes you ask the AIs and it's writing these sentences in high speed. Oh, I'll check this, or cross-reference this, and blah 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 blah. He must mean this, blah blah blah, before it gives you the answer, right? Like, it's not doing that. It just it just spins a circle, spits some shit out that is clearly wrong because it didn't do all that other shit it should have been doing the first time.
Like with my job, just because I don't know Python that well, I tell AI, like Copilot, and say, hey, here's what I got. This is what I'm trying to accomplish. Spit it out. And it does it for me. Mm-hmm. But then it doesn't give me everything I was expecting. So I have to give it extra instructions.
Verify.
I have to give it extra instructions. Like, okay, this is what else I'm trying to do. Please add the extra.
You have to talk to it like a child.
You do have
you
to
almost
talk
have to talk to it like a child.
A really stupid child.
Yes.
A really stupid child.
You do.
Because then and then it'll improve on that one thing, right? And then a previous thing it did right without you asking, now it does that part wrong. And now you have to tell it.
Yeah, sometimes you go in circles.
Like how to do that first part right,
thing.
and then it breaking the other thing. It's like
And tech, and this is where it becomes a challenge on generative AI that I've learned at, because for the last 10, 15, 20 years, the same companies, Google and Microsoft, has trained us to use their search engines with less words to get
less
results.
Words, right?
And less words on generative AI is not good practice at all.
Right, not good. But that's the thing. You guys have seen me and how I think and talk and blah, blah, blah. I've always given it very specific down to the, I always catch when these AIs are missing, right? And it still can't get it right. Okay. If me, of all people, and you know how I get down, if I can't get it to do it right, most Joe average and Shane average.
I've literally run reports where I thought I could get it done. I could do my inquiry in like 3 sentences and then end up with like a whole page of text because I'm catching on a number of things that's been wrong. I'm like, all right, now take this out.
Like it's me and my cycle is I tell it what I want, it gives it to me, I test it, it doesn't work. Okay, I need this extra code in there. Can you give it to me? It's like, okay, I tweak it, test it. Yeah. All right, it's getting closer, but not there yet, But
and I also tell people, just from experience, like, get like a notepad or something, because if it's a report, you're gonna have to run again or something, like save that text, because you don't want to go through this whole exercise another time, right? So it's like, I mean, and like I said, I said it, I'll say it again. When people hear me, they're like, "You're anti-AI." I am not anti-AI. I just don't believe in overhyping it. Like,
I'll give you the perfect example of what I was talking about. And realist, I'm going to bring you up. Just hear me out. Don't take it the way you think at all. Damn. So remember days ago when we was talking about the Crimson Desert, and the AI is telling me that most likely because it's seeing the flags in the server, right? Yep. You asked the other AI, but he paced his question. His question was more simple than my question. My question was detailed, right? If the flags are there and other things like that. And if you guys know, you could see in the chat we were having, I pasted the whole that whole excerpt from the discussion, right? And that's when I noticed it, right? And I didn't want to have to go back and forth to him. I didn't want him to think I'm saying I'm some kind of negative way, because I really wasn't, right? But it's just like, in the end, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm not trying to lord over him that I was right about it, because number one, we should all be happy I was right about that. The game will be play anywhere. We should all be happy, right? And we are, thank God, right? But like, that's the difference. You have to be so anal retentive with what you ask it just to get the right answer. And even then it's probably going to fuck up in some more minor way that actually matters. Like the devil's in the details, as they say, and it sucks with some of the details more times than not. On general shit, yeah, but otherwise, no, and it's a pain in the ass.
So there was I was reading. Sick. It was. I sent it to you and Sheik about the lawyer that did his entire brief in AI.
Yes.
30-year vet lawyer, and the judge embarrassed him because it was so totally wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, and then that's why I was like, dude, if you're gonna use AI, trust but verify. Don't you have to verify it because you have to proofread it. This guy did his entire brief with ChatGPT, which, by the way, probably if I'm the opposing party, I probably have a problem with that, with confidentiality rules. But because anything you're putting in ChatGPT is being recorded. I mean, if there's data to be found, they're going to use it. So I wouldn't recommend doing it.
When I use Copilot at work, I have to be careful what I put in it because it's not.
Yes,
I wouldn't say it's not disapproved, but it's not approved either, right? So I have to be very generic, very ambiguous what I'm putting in, right? Most of the system I work with is SAP, so that's public information, so it doesn't matter. But I can't put specific values, sort of data values in AI to give me a certain thing. I have to put something fake.
See, as an Amazon employee, we were not allowed to use Copilot at all.
Yeah.
Because obviously,
and only because it's the competing
competitor.
Right.
But even then, there's NDAs and stuff like that. You don't want to, like, as soon as you put that information in there, then it's theirs.
Yeah.
And
it's like HIPAA. It's like
so
HIPAA,
we were not allowed to use
information.
Exactly. And which by the way, my wife, my wife is going through that with her job with the hospital she's working at, because they're trying to do AI in there, but that's even a harder task for them to do because of HIPAA laws. And even Amazon Amazon is coming out with a new service. They just announced it last week, but I knew they've been working on this for a year now. Where you can I would not use this service, by the way. I would not recommend it. So now they're having this app where you can track all of your medical history, because, as you get older, you have, and the way the health industry is, they make you go to a doctor for something different for every little ailment, which is kind of bullshit, but that's what it is now. Well, people have a hard time explaining to the same doctor the same medical history over and over again. So now they're building this app where you can congregate all your all the data, medical history, and they can pass it to each doctor.
You have to start all over again.
On paper, that sounds awesome. Ain't no way in hell I want $1 trillion company having my medical history. I don't want my medical history to be by big,
it has to be local, and you can never trust them that it will stay local. There's no way,
because they're going to take that data. Could you imagine what they could do with that data? Let's say I have, let's say like I have high blood pressure or something, or I had a stroke, and I don't want people to, and then you try to apply for a job, and they're able to get that data off of that, because one of Amazon's, Amazon is $1 trillion company. They do what other $1 trillion companies do. They sell data all the time.
Yep.
So why would you want your medical history to be in the hands of somebody who has $1 trillion? Not everything you need in your life needs to be consumed by everybody. And I would not use that service. Sounds great. Sounds useful. I can see why people would sign up for that. Hell no, I don't want my medical history in Amazon's hands.
Because you know exactly what they're going to do with it. They're going to take, no matter what they claim, they're going to take it to their advantage and use that information to their advantage to actually make money with it. Literally. We already know it. They know it. Everything. And here's the thing.
We got a new question? Oh, we do have good questions. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was reading a question. So.
We have a new question in the chat? Coco.
Yeah, Coco. How do you guys feel about the recent Amazon financial
this guy.
negatives?
Xbox I remember Financial having triple negatives.
Having triple negatives?
This guy again. I remember him.
It's been a while
not good.
Since that guy.
Not good.
Been here.
It's been a while.
No,
it's
not
been a while.
good. They're down. I mean, if you're gonna
Like everybody
anybody who's
else?
going to say that,
Yeah,
no,
like
no,
every
no,
other company.
I think he's talking about
Who asked
being.
that
I think
question? Please
Coco?
don't be
Coco?
Cygnus.
No. Coco.
Who is Coco?
Yeah, Cygnus. Yeah, it is Cygnus. Yeah, Coco Cygnus or something.
If he's
Or other.
talking about
Cougar.
being down 5% year over year,
Really
I
sorry
mean,
to remember the name.
nobody wants to. Nobody wants to see a report that says they're down 5% year over year, right?
Hey,
That's,
he made
Oh, we
he
lost
made
him.
realist
Oh, there you go.
leave.
No, I mean
he's
for
back,
whatever
he's back.
for whatever reason
says
when you said Coco, it just kicked me out. Maybe he's a hacker. Gee, whatever.
Cygnus, you know Cygnus.
Cygnus.
So Cygnus is Coco.
Yeah, that's Coco
Cougar,
Cygnus or
Cougar,
something like
Cougar
that.
Cygnus.
Cougar
Yeah,
Cygnus. That I just
Yeah,
said
yeah.
Coco. I missed. I. It's because I don't have my readers on, man.
Yeah, I mean he's been making his Xbox. Like it's
been making
old
what?
news. I mean the time to troll was when it happened last week because we talked
Oh
about it.
yeah. Yeah, I told you he's a troll. That's why I said he's just doing. I already know.
So, yeah, I don't really care. It's like, I
It
mean,
is what it is, bro. All these companies are doing it.
I mean, how am I supposed to feel? I mean, what am I going to do? Like we just
For
answered
coming.
this like earlier today. It's like
I don't work for Microsoft. I don't work for Microsoft. Does that mean that there won't be
I don't
Xbox?
invest.
No, there'll be an Xbox. Right. I mean, but if
Yeah,
you're
we already know
saying,
that.
am I going to defend? If I'm going to defend a company that is minus 5% year over year, no,
What
that's
does
stupid.
triple
You don't
negatives
want. I
even
don't care
mean?
what
What the
business
hell is
you're
a
in.
triple negatives? If it was triple negatives,
He's
that would
talking
be 100%.
about he's
Like,
talking about hardware. I think he's talking about the overall report, the hardware, software, and then
of course, they'll say what the worst words.
Did he say
whatever,
so?
dude.
Did he say
Whatever.
Microsoft or Xbox? Because Microsoft
He
he said
said
doesn't
Xbox.
have.
He said
financial.
Xbox.
He said Xbox financial.
Yeah, okay.
Xbox financials. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, nobody's really invested into Microsoft or Xbox. And if anybody who hates Xbox doesn't think that if you don't think that Xbox has a plan or Microsoft has a plan for Xbox, see, people think it's just simple. If Microsoft wanted to take over gaming, they could do what PlayStation's been trying to do for the past 25 years. Basically, just take everything away, kill IP in the name of trying to sell a console. But no, that's not what they want to do. They want to sell their software. They're a software company. The money's not in the hardware. The sooner they can get everybody in the cloud, the better. They can't wait to get in the cloud because that way they can only sell hardware. Back like 3 or 4 years ago, I put on Twitter that Google was showing us the future. They just won't be around to enjoy it. But then again,
I think Amy Hood would be a good replacement for Phil instead of Sarah Bond. No, because Amy Hood is their CFO, right?
Yeah, she's the one causing all this shit.
Amy Hood doesn't care about gaming.
No,
listen,
she's
man.
a CFO.
Listen, man. Who cares? Who cares?
That's
Who
like
cares? Who cares about these questions? You know
you're
why?
the
This guy.
No. Because
no. Stop feeding it. Stop feeding the fucking monster. No, stop. Realist recognize.
It's a dumb question, and I want to. It's a dumb question.
No, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's
know.
what they do. They go across all these podcasts and Twitter. It's all they do all day. They have no games to play, no lives, no woman. Probably no job. They're living in their mama's basement.
But can I return the question? Why would a
bother?
Because humor me. I want to see what he. What he says.
Ahead.
Why would you want to be the chief financial officer of? If you're the chief financial officer of Microsoft of the whole company, why would you want to be the head of Xbox, which is a couple levels below you? Why would you do that? So let me ask the question. What do you think? That'd be like, hey, if you're you want to be the CFO of Xbox, but I'm already the CFO of Microsoft. Why would I do that? Like, do you do know who Amy Hood is, right?
Step down.
That's a couple steps down.
But see, no, but that's
Sarah
a step
Bond
down.
is a step up, and Amy Hood is a couple steps down.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think he knows who.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Amy Hood is.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's just a shit talker. But listen, it's very simple. Amy Hood is the CFO for all of Microsoft, the trillion-dollar company, right?
Yes.
Xbox or the division it's in probably has a CFO that answers to Amy Hood. His stupid ass question is, Do they want this person to be a good
step
replacement
down?
for
No,
that other motherfucker?
Got them all worked up, Cygnus.
But this, no.
It's a dumb question, and I don't mean it. I don't mean to be.
This is what I'm saying. You're entertaining
Right.
this dumb shit. It's just like, what's his name in our spaces, right? It's like, what's his name in our spaces? Why did you bother to do this? It doesn't even matter the name.
I get it. I get it. The reason why
naming that guy, giving that energy.
The reason why Amy Hood is brought up because
Amy, and his brother.
Yeah,
no.
The other guy on the car-related name. He's down there in Texas with y'all boys.
Oh man, you talking about the Dreamcast guy?
No, Jesus.
No, I can't remember his name.
Asmo.
Mercedes.
No, yeah, there you go.
I look at it this way. The only reason why Amy Hood is brought up is because Amy Hood made comments on it, which was her job because she's chief financial officer and she does the earnings call, which every CFO does. But to answer your question, and just in case you didn't know, I'm gonna be a straight up guy for you. In case you really aren't trying to troll us, and if you are, that was a sad, pathetic thing of trolling. Amy Hood, pathetic, that would be the only position for Amy Hood to move up to would be CEO.
With CEO, that's the only position that's higher than her.
That would be the only stup that's higher than her.
Yeah, not even the president.
It would not be a good replacement for Phil instead of Sarah Bond.
And then on top of that too, right? Is all these people are blaming Amy Hood as if she's Xbox when she's Microsoft.
She's the mouthpiece. She's supposed to say what she's going to say, right?
She can't. Yeah. No. But all these financial decisions that were put on the Xbox division about the 30%, all this other shit that these morons have been talking about all day, right? They talk and blame or are angry about her, and even guys from the Xbox side, right, are talking and blaming and angry about her as if she's an Xbox person when she's above all of that, right? These are the financial morons that we talk about.
I mean, obviously they don't like the.
Okay. Let me finish my sentence. These.
Go ahead.
All these corporate situations where you always have some moron. It's always some moron. It's always some. Listen, it's always somebody who wants more money off the situation and then put all these goals and stuff that are impossible to reach, and then when they don't reach them. And then all of a sudden everything is fucked up.
He probably dropped off.
That's what she does.
He's not even in there anymore.
No, I'm not talking to him. I'm talking amongst us. We're having a conversation for the podcast. This is why I said just ignore him from the first place. We went 15 minutes on this moron already, right? Like this is what you were talking about in the first place. This is your podcast. You're laughing about it. Okay,
I'm not as.
No, I'm not mad. I'm trying to answer questions. That's like you tried to do, but then when I try to do it, you guys are interrupting me like over and over and over.
Oh,
like what the fuck?
We interrupt.
I apologize.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, man.
That's funny.
Y'all seem to be with the childish shit, and the more I get apparently upset to you, it's funny to you. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
No. I'm laughing at this guy. I think trolling is
the dumbest shit ever, but whatever. And then he
look. If he's trolling, that's fine. What's funny to me,
but you know he was already.
No, I know that, but it's a bad troll. Like it's not even
so
good.
Why'd you feed into it?
I didn't feed into it. I'm exposing
yes, you
it.
did.
That's the difference. No, because
you
Amy
I already said what it was.
Once the CFO.
He fell for the low. He fell for the low tier bait.
Low hanging. That's what I'm saying. And he's smarter than
the low tier. The bottom tier.
I don't
bait.
think he is. But
yeah.
No. Look.
Yeah,
look.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
It's hilarious.
I don't mind. I don't mind. But I don't look.
You don't mind biting the bait, do you?
I don't. No, I don't mind if you're gonna ask if you're gonna ask a stupid question. I don't mind exposing you and giving you that it's a stupid question. It's like,
well, the thing is he running. Hey, but Kieran, he's running the typical pony play where they ask you some dumb question, like we're dodging it. Like just to think that we want to sit around and talk about it.
Good.
After we talked about it, we talked about it for like 45 minutes last week when it happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why don't even?
And then honestly, I mean, who made money? I mean, like whose stock soared after they did their?
Nobody did. Everybody's tanked. That's the point. Like all the tech companies.
So I don't understand. Like, what's the point in wanting to sit around talking about?
No,
that was what I was trying to say.
Well, here's the bottom line, anyways. Ooh. if you're a PlayStation
Say
guy,
like-
and let's
say
say
like Stone
PlayStation
Cold.
lost, let's say
Bottom line.
PlayStation lost 5% over a year. Did you lose 5%? Because you shouldn't even care. I
He's
play
already a
with
loser in line
I'm on the
because he doesn't
Xbox
have a PS5,
platform.
so has a PS4,
I'm
but
on the
capping for it.
Xbox. Right, I'm on the Xbox platform. Right.
Me too.
Yeah.
They said they're minus 5% year over year. Okay.
They better get to work.
Absolutely has nothing to do with me whatsoever. It's like if I'm Microsoft and I'm Xbox,
he's popping
okay.
out the TCL. So whatever, TCL of all people, Sony. Like holy shit! Like
I mean,
that's like
it's
if
like,
Apple tapped
I
out
guess
to
we
Sanyo.
just need to
Like,
pop
what
on.
the fuck?
We need maybe that's what maybe we should do what our buddy Flame does. Like go to the Pony Barn. Hey, what do you think about TCL? You know, and you shouldn't even care. You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing to
Yeah.
do with me.
And the
Even
thing was,
Amazon now has
the
like
little
you.
heart thing we could do the laughing emoji. He did that like for when he left, and he's gone already. You can
Right,
tell
like
'cause
even
there's
I
no
don't
more
work
actually
for
happening.
Amazon anymore, so it's no longer my problem. So if
Look, I'll do
Amazon
the 100%.
stock
That's me.
Amazon
he's
stock
gone.
Amazon stock
Oh, who
went
did
down
the hearts? Did you do
17%.
the hearts?
It sucks for my portfolio,
Oh.
and but
They'll
I don't
rebound.
care.
You did hearts?
But
Nice.
no,
Oh,
it's not my problem. You know,
That's cool. You want hearts? Here, I'll give you hearts. There you go. Mwah.
Ah,
we
they
get too
got
much.
you.
You know, we do get too much into the financials, and it's
We do.
like it has it's
Right.
Just worry
gaming,
about
dude.
my
It's not
finances
And
at
it's
like
like
home.
pearls, and of course, like the saying goes, right? It's like pearls before swine. They don't even fucking understand who Amy Hood is, but they mad at Amy Hood. Like, wow. And I'm talking about the ponies. I'm talking about the Xbox guys who don't know this shit.
no,
Who
and,
talking
and,
financial
and
shit they don't even
that's
fucking
lazy.
understand.
But that's laziness, right? Because that's just emotion.
But that's
and
humanity nowadays. People are generally
I know.
fucking stupid.
I know.
Stupid as shit.
I mean,
Let's not
you know,
use words, 'cause I
he
am
could
not.
have came in here, and I mean, if he really wanted to troll, or wanted to say something, he could have. Hey, what do you think about Obsidian
could've did a
saying
better
that
job.
that Outer Worlds 2 and them didn't hit their metrics? And I would have been like, all right, how many games right now are hitting
He
their
already did that on
expected
Sega Man
metrics
Show.
anyways?
He did that on Sega Man Show. This is what I was saying. As soon as Realist said, right, he recognized the name. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that was a confirmation of
No,
what
I didn't
already
even
knew.
I didn't recognize the name. It just sounded
You
like
did. You did the Cygnus part.
Because I kept
You
saying
reacted to the
Coco.
Cygnus part.
Coco.
I kept saying Coco, and I'm like, oh, it says Cougar.
I kept saying Coco. No, but I would say
that's because we're
Coco's
blind as a
Cygnus.
bat. And
We
those
are
cougars-
blind.
Right.
cougars-
But I
I need to
said
invest in
Coco's
some
Cygnus,
glasses.
and he reacted to the Cygnus part. As soon as
need
he
some
said that,
readers.
I got the confirmation of what I already knew. But it was hilarious to me. Like y'all
No,
kept going. I'm like, dude.
No, I mean, if you're bringing up names you don't even know who they are, I just thought I'd call it out. That's all. I mean, if it's me taking
Yeah,
the bait,
they
then it's
really
me taking
don't,
the
but he
bait.
wouldn't
But
even
at
do
least,
that.
I mean,
Well,
maybe
number one, you're
someone's
taking the bait,
listening.
but
Maybe
number two,
someone's
your
listening and they
expectation
didn't even know who Amy Hood is, and now they know who Amy Hood
No,
is because I
sure,
just
sure,
explained
but
it,
you know what?
you know?
It's educational.
But you see a troll like him, even if he wasn't even trying to listen to understand, because he's too unintelligent to understand to begin with. That's not an insult. That's literal fact. You ever talk to a troll who decides to stop trolling and actually listen and answer? You instantly see their faces go empty, like blank. Like it's like
We
they
do it all
don't
the time
understand
on
the words you're
Bag.
saying and actually trying to listen.
We
Yeah,
do it
they
all the
literally
time on
don't
Bag. It's
understand.
amazing.
Twitter.
And they literally
It's
don't understand.
amazing we have people. You know, it's amazing we'll have troll. When we have a bag session, when we have bag, right, and we'll have our trolls. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
I would say at least 50% of them come back and then they come back and they're serious because something may happen that did catch their eye, and then they're coming back and asking us what our real opinion is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
funny
they
because
claim
I've
us
seen
that
people
we
that
don't
will
know
troll us
shit, but they always come ask us. Yeah.
and then they're like, oh, "Hey man, hey, what is this?" And then the next session they come in, they're like, "No, I'm being serious." Like, well, now
No,
you're
but for
trolling
real.
us.
Back to
Nah,
trolling.
no,
For
I'm
real.
serious.
Yeah.
I really
No,
want to
but
know.
they're really not.
You know?
But they're really not. Yeah, they really want to know at that point because they really because it's ironic, and it's so true what he says, right? They talk all this shit about us, but when they really have a question, they really want to know, they come to us. They come to us,
Nah, but for real.
and they have to spend like 10 minutes of us. You're right, exactly, and that's what they say. Not for real. And it takes like 10, 15 minutes before we even believe that what they're really saying. They got to go through a lot to prove to us.
I can't
even
tell you
before
how
they
many
ask the
times
question. It's hilarious.
It would take two hands for me to count how many times
Yeah.
someone's begging sick in a bag session saying, "No, I'm being serious. Don't block me. don't block me, and stick an hour like, nah, fuck you, you're trolling. No, I'm
no,
serious.
fuck
It's
you. I don't
it's
even
about ready
care
to
if
put
it's-
the
I don't
ban
even
in.
care if you're serious. Yeah. I don't even care if you're telling the truth or not. You've already interrupted, and it's already that's enough for me. Fuck you. Bye. I'm pressing the button. I don't care.
Well,
He's
you
lucky I
know
don't
what?
block
We
him
gotta go
in
anyways.
my
It's
chat.
hilarious,
But I didn't.
dude.
Hello?
Yeah, so he spent
It's funny
20
though.
minutes, our last like 25 minutes of the show. So there you go.
Woo!
But I will. But
The
I would
trolls
ask the
win.
question, like, people. Well, people are saying, well, these games don't hit their expected remarks, and maybe this is a rhetorical question, but I want you to think about it. What games right now are hitting what their expected remarks are? I don't think there's that many right now, to be honest with you.
Very few.
You know,
It's just Grand
I'm
Theft
sure
Auto,
like
I bet.
E33 hit E33 hit their mark. We know that.
Fortnite
but
does every time they come out with those new
did
expansions or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not talking about live service more than I'm talking about single player or console games or PC games, right? Like not live service.
Single player
I mean,
doesn't and has it for like 10, 15 years. This is why they always release.
I mean, how many games in the last year have come out and said, "Oh, we've nailed our expectations"? You don't hear that very often.
Okay,
Maybe it's just
traditional type of games that don't depend on online or new content or whatever. That
Yes.
doesn't happen.
Yes,
That doesn't
that's
happen.
what I'm saying.
And they've but that hasn't happened for a long time. Most of the
That's what I'm
80%
saying.
at very least, right, has transitioned to some kind of alternative monetization with DLC or all types of different modes and shit that they sell you after the fact, or
Right.
what do you call battle passes and shit like that,
Oh,
right?
pass.
And these are
Right.
still strictly single player experiences that still do that. This is
And we don't.
that's how
And,
little
and,
money
and
they're
by the
making.
way,
They're doing dumb shit all day
Tech,
instead of
we
making a good game.
don't know if Grand Theft Auto is going to hit the expectations because we don't know what their expected levels are, and I would
Yeah.
imagine their expected levels this go around's got to be higher than it was for 5. So
Well, yeah,
maybe they don't.
and that's
hit
the
it
last
this
subject,
year,
right?
you
Real
know?
quick, super
Right.
quick, actually quick, right? Now they're confirming that they really believe in the November 19th date or whatever it was because because they have specific plans for the advertising and stuff, right? The marketing that they're gonna do. So
That makes sense.
that makes sense. And this is what I've always said when we were talking earlier about the consoles and when they're coming out. There's a bunch of other stuff that happens around the same time. You start to hear word about manufacturing and allocation of this and blah and all these other things that surround an event, right? That always have that you hear around the same time, and that's when you know the rumors are true because all the surroundings rumors happen, right? And this is proof to me that it's coming out this year like they claim because they've already are talking
But I
about.
will still stand on my.
and stuff on some time.
I will still stand where I stand and say I don't think it's going to move consoles like people think it's going to. I think it's too
No,
late
the
in
consoles
too
that
late
already
in the
sold,
thing.
but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Rockstar, they want to sell the game. They don't.
No,
they're not all
Rockstar
this.
doesn't.
They're
Rockstar doesn't care. I mean,
Yeah,
if the rumors are true and if Sony has the rights to it, then it would. Or then I don't think they're going to sell that many more consoles because of it. I just don't. If it was earlier, if they would held this off until next gen, then yeah. Or if this came out earlier this gen, yes. I think, but right now, the market
Well,
is already watered down. You know.
There's two things. that
Unless they
console
do like a
makers can do
limited
that.
run PlayStation or a limited run of a PlayStation skin
That bundle-
with Grand
that
Theft
bundles with it or
Auto,
whatever.
but
Man, what if they run out of?
Here's what's
what
gonna
if
but
they
a
sell out of-
straight but a straight bundle, I don't think it's going to move.
No.
If it's like
Here's
a
what's gonna happen.
limited
What
edition,
if they
you know,
sell out of
GTA, right.
digital stock? Man, they're gonna run out and sell out.
Yeah, here's what's no. Well, but here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen at the best, right? The online
digital
you know,
copies,
if
man.
that,
Digital
if
copies
it's
gonna be
Game
sold
Pass,
out.
basic or whatever. Okay, here's what's gonna right. That's hilarious, right? But here's what's actually gonna happen, right? With the consoles, I think. Number one, on the basic version of Game Pass or PlayStation Plus or whatever you need to be online to play the online mode, right? You get increases of that, right? Because you'll need that to play online because it won't be on PC day one, right? And then maybe the stock of consoles for those who never bought into this generation, for all those guys who still on PS4 playing, the Fortnites, the Maddens, the 2Ks that we talk about all the time, or on the Xbox side, right? Who do that, right? There will be an uptick of those people, right? Because now it's the new Grand Theft Auto, and that is within their
You might get some
wheelhouse,
PS4.
right?
Yeah, you might get
So
some
the current-
PS4s.
Right. So the
right,
current
yeah.
stock of systems that's on the shelves will sell, but the next shipment, it's it's only enough for what's on the shelves at the time. It's not even going to be.
I
enough
think
for the
it'll.
next gen.
I
Because the
I think
majority
if
of
it
people
moves,
with the consoles who
yeah.
want to play that game already own the console or just waiting on the game. That's it.
Let me put it this way. If there is a movement of consoles, I think it's going to be a small blip like it was with college football 2 summers ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be a little blip
Right.
of all those people who
But
didn't have.
but I do
system
have a
capable of
question.
playing
I
it,
do
they'll
have
buy it,
a
and
question
that's
for you, Sick. I do have a question for you, Sick. Is it possible, because they've delayed this game, that the delay in the PC launch is actually going to be 6 months instead of 1 full year?
it. No, because I think the delay was they needed time on the
Guys think
game.
this
itself.
TCL and Sony probably a deal mimics the next
So
gen
therefore, it'll back.
I won't be surprised
Sure.
if it's day one.
Now that's a funny one. Now that's an actual funny one. But listen, Xbox going OEM. Listen, man, Xbox is going to have a first-party system that they make. Honest answer, right?
Now who's
First
taking
party
the bait?
that they make. No, I'm not. No, I'm not taking the bait. I'm actually answering the real question for those, just like you said, the real people
Okay.
who actually going to hear, right? So what's going to happen is they're going to have a first-party Xbox, and then maybe the third party's Asus or whatever will have like their ROG equivalent, right? But there'll be a first-party Xbox version of the system. It's not going to be It's not going to be the 3DO Play. The 3DO Play didn't work then. Why would it work now?
Cygnus.
And most of y'all don't even know what the 3DO Play is. So there you have it.
You know what you're doing, Cygnus.
There are some questions. There are some questions I'll read. I'll be like, sure.
But meanwhile,
Use Copilot for these questions.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Sony they sold out to basically the TV equivalent of Sanyo to Apple. Like,
No,
what
no.
are
I
we
mean,
doing?
if I'm going to be serious. If you are
Well, now who wants to be? Now who's falling for the bait?
if you're a PlayStation, if you are a PlayStation fan, right? Sony has been pretty much getting out of the appliance business. Now, do I think they're going to sell off the PlayStation and get out of the console business? No. However, it does raise an eyebrow that they've gotten out of. Look at all the stuff they've gotten out of computers, they've gotten out of laptops, and now they're getting out of TVs. Sony is now not an appliance or electronics company anymore. They are an entertainment company. So there is a question for the future of PlayStation in regards to, will they do an OEM with somebody else? Because if they want to save costs and be just an entertainment company, maybe there's advantages that they don't want to pay straight up being a first party hardware company. They may do an OEM too. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm just saying the trend is they're trying to get out of hardware because they're now an entertainment company. And that's all I'm going to say on that one.
All right, man. We ran out of time. Good laughs, good discussions. We had fun. Realist was late, but
Black folks
are late.
always late, right?
Oh God, log it, man! I gotta put the full disclaimer. The white guy did not say that.
The other black guy said that. The only other black guy said that. He's not even here.
Other
to hear
black
it.
guy
So,
and
that's kind of
the black guy and
Really,
the
yeah?
Hispanic dude said it. Not the
There
white
he goes.
guy.
There he goes.
That's kind of expected. So
CPT.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
and I will say the same thing when I go to
CPT?
Atlanta in a couple of weeks.
Here.
But I'm going to Columbus.
You?
Hmm?
Are you come what, Ohio?
No, Georgia.
Oh, I didn't know there was Columbus in Georgia.
Yeah, I didn't know either until I found
That's
out
cool.
for this trip. It's right on the border. It's a border town with Alabama.
Southern states.
There's a Columbus in every state except for Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like there's an MLK. It's like there's an MLK, and there's always crime going down there too, right?
All right. Let's get out of
Texas.
here.
In Texas, I guarantee we named some town
Cygnus,
after something.
You're always welcome to mess with these guys. And
He can say what he says. I'm just gonna point and laugh.
and we're gonna be out of here. Bye. Adios. See you later.
Later.